as the kids say, I'm screaming. Yeah. Appreciate you. All right. Yo. Have you ever seen the snow?
Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you pointed right now, getting litty right now. Wanna text me right now. Outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out of suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena. Strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she's sucking my banana. Ooh, na na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight.
Ooh, na na.
About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless you, but my gun might. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I knew right now, I be on 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 right now.
What's poppin'? How's everyone doing? How y'all doing? Everyone's blessed. Yo, the man them are blessed. Yo, you seen? Yo, have you ever seen snowfall in the six? You ain't never seen snowfall in the six, bro. My bad. I was listening to the music. Nah, you will now. All right. Go see the snowfall. All right. Y'all know what I want. I want hands. I want the light show. We'll see what's going on. You're blessed to chase it. Okay, okay. Um, we're on One Piece chapter 1094. You got Kizaru and Luffy on the cover. Apparently, this is the first time an admiral's been on the cover. So shout out to Borsalino. And then we got Zoro, I guess, and the Shimosuke family. I saw some people on Twitter talking about this, and I thought it was hilarious. What did Sandy say? Hold on, Sandy cooked. What did he say again? Fuck. What's his name on this? Galactic Sandy, right? Galactic. I might have to look for it after the fact. I don't remember when I saw it. There we go. I don't know why Twitter this doesn't give me the people that I follow first. Like, what's going on, bro? This oh this I found it. 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 This is what I was talking about. Then I'm gonna read the chapter. Give me one sec. I just want y'all to see this. So that's the picture that I was talking about with the Shimotsky family or whatever. And it was like Sanji could never have a hype bloodline like this. And I don't know why Sanji and Zoro fans are so obnoxious. He's like, both of the monsters are garbage, who cares? Sandy said, hyping up a bloodline that got no screen time, lost to a young Kaido, probably didn't even see Kaido, fought Watman or Batman, lost to Stairs, owns a dojo full of kids, became shredded cheese in public square, swordsmith in a world where swordsmanship is irrelevant. Yeah, alright, at least Oda had the decency to show Sanji's trash family. I said, oh my god, that shit's hilarious. I like that. I like that. But okay, let's read the chapter and see what's going on today. Yeah, how's it going? You look at Yiddies, that's why. I saw this, bloodline his cheeks, besides two dudes, cook them. No, that shit was funny. They're so annoying though. They're just so annoying. Like, who cares about the Sanji Zoro thing? Y'all so annoying with that. Okay, what's this chapter called? Okay, I guess you're not telling me. Or at least Saint Garcia, Saturn of the five elders, the defense Siren's warrior god. Oh, you about to fight? Your new mission is to eradicate every last Marine on the island. Five elders, Vegapunk, Santamaru, authority chip holder. So that's the order. So five elders. So Gorosei has ultimate say. An order from Vegapunk. This is bad. So all the pacifistas are now attacking the Marines. They got the order. Get away from the pacifista. Mew mew mew. Oh! Ah! Everyone's screaming. They're getting their ass beat. This one nigga is holding his gun for his life behind the wall. Does this mean Vegapunk has left the dome? Over there. Atlas, quick, we have to find Bonnie. Bonnie! How the heck are we meant to drive straight down? Won't we just end up falling? The Vega tires on either side are made of the same kind of sky cloud as the road. Wasn't the complication that the air down here couldn't like am I misremembering that? You know, never mind. Bonnie Chan. You know what? Vegapunk's smart. You probably figured it out. It has a particular property which makes it stick to itself. You won't be falling anywhere. Founder! For real, Sanji? When has my lady radar ever been wrong? I'm crying. Sanji's like, my horny radar is off. I found it. That radar doesn't sound very scientific, but I'll have some faith in you. Appreciate it, but this tank is too slow for my liking. It's my liking. I just assumed he said that. My fault. I can read, I promise. This tank is too slow for my burning heart. I'll be right back. And Sanji Geppo's skywalks away. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Where did that scamp get to? Good. Sounds like the pacifists are back on our side. Bonnie comes out. She pulls out a gun, I guess. There she is. NDE. Short for near death experience. Ugh. Oh, that's crazy! Did she age him to the point where he like not like basically was about to die because he turned to a skeleton and then brought him back? Yo, why not just kill him? That was actually kind of raw. That's a raw thing I've seen her do. Um, what's gone into you guys? I saw the river Styx. The Japanese uses Buddhist equivalent, the Sanzu River. Okay, stop right there, Bonnie. So she's running away. I won't let you pass. What? But how is Navy Vice Admiral Bluegrass? There's some old dusty lady on the top of the pacifista of PX2. I think it's PX2. Don't panic, dearie. It's only this one unit that hasn't been affected by the new orders. I made it my personal ride. I'm a driver woman who can hijack anything thanks to the ride fruit. Alright. I take it offing you will lift the age curse on my equals subordinates. Why don't you try to get her to make you young? That's what I would do. Daddy, she's just standing there. Oh my god. Give them back their lost years. Oh, Sanji got it. Okay. Yo, yo, yo. She can ride anything? I don't want her to ride. I don't want her to ride that school. I don't want that. She dusty as hell. She old and raggedy. What's up, Lizard? You good, brother? Bonnie Chan, you can't let yourself freeze up like that. But Blackleg, they told me about Kuma being your dad. I get it, but you've got to keep a cool head. Someone's about to attack them. He's coming like this. Whack an otter. It's like whack a mole. For now, let's just get out of here. So we're just taking her and fleeing. Bonnie, Sanji-kun, hop in. Vegapunk? Did that page not load? What's this wolf I just saw? Hold on, let me refresh. Freaking page didn't load. I see some random wolf. The fuck was that? Where was I at? Where was I at? Where was I at? Where was I at? But how's this? Blah blah blah. Quack and otter. You don't have it. Wait, so let's head back to wait. Vegapunk, let's head back. The pacifists are already on our side again. We don't have any business left down here. Labo Stratum. I'm afraid I've got a job to do, and I can't finish it if we keep playing around. Kizaru's panting though. That's the idea. I'm doing my job. Luffy's panting too. Well, this is a problem. And then Kizaru speeds away at light speed, and Luffy's doing the cartoon air run after him. Hey, get back here. Hmm? What the? Looks like they've all said something. What is this ominous presence? So does Jinbei? Don't tell me. So a lot of the high ranking people seem to have reacted to some type of ominous aura. Pacifista units. Cease all actions immediately. This gotta be the girl say. Oh, we'll see what kind of demon he is, because when they were fighting Sabo, we couldn't really make out what they were. How strange. The pacifists aren't trying to protect us anymore. Hey, did you forget your orders? But the only people with higher authority clearance than us are the five elders. A magic circle? It looks like a demonic pentagram demon satanic summoning circle. What the fuck is that? Hey, yo! This is most peculiar. We must hurry. Something is coming. All Marines on the island, be advised. Saint Saturn is of the five elders about to make a landfall on Egghead. Huh? One of the five elders is here? Any Marine below the rank of Commodore is hereby obliged to avert their gaze. What kind of ridiculousness is this? Transgressors will not be forgiven. Dog. They're summoning a Satan. What the fuck? What? What was that explosion? The announcement mentioned the five elders. One of them actually came all the way here. The five elders, they are the most powerful authority figures in the world. What? It doesn't matter. We're getting out of here. Hang on. It says 555 instead of 666 though. 55555. That circle, something's coming out of it. What the hell? Is he some kind of monster? Quiet. We're not supposed to see him. He just might. And his eyes does something, and they got bodied. Or one guy died, pretty much, or got hit. Interesting. So this is what he looks like. He got like bull ears. He got a fire thing around him. Oh, he's a spider. He's some type of arachnid. Looks like he has like spider legs. Is he some type of mythical spider from folklore or something? I almost can't remember the last time I came to the surface. Highest authority of the world government, five elder planets, defense science warrior god, Saint J. Garcia Saturn. What's up, Mook? What is that thing? Up, top, look out. He's going for the clouds. I think, was that a Kizaru laser? Oopsie, almost had you there. It's Kizaru. Here comes Luffy. He's flexing his arm. Huff, huff. Hold it, Kizaru. Jeez. Haven't you reached your limit with that form yet? We're counting on you, Luffy. Nigga performed a summoning jutsu secretly. Him being a spider makes him an instant no for you? Absolutely. Fuck this nigga. From top to bottom. I hope he dies. Squash him with some raid. Well, squash him with some raid. Use some raid on that nigga. Spider arachnid raid. Leave it to me. Boah! Kizaru hit him with a laser and he spun around. Gum, gum, ah. He goes, hmm. White Star Gun. It looked like he used Conqueror's Hockey here. I see a lightning. I don't know though. A star came, his hand hit Kizaru, and it did that weird thing with the Kaido where it like went into his head and there's stars around him. And he says, this isn't good. And then Luffy's like, now I'm really at my limit. Luffy kun. Oh, he called him Nika. I'm a little confused of what I'm looking at here. Did Kizaru and Luffy go flying in one direction and the other? So Luffy deflated because he's tired or whatever, and Kizaru from the hit got hit into the. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. I think that's what happened. Maybe y'all can help me. That's what I'm looking at. Not. It looks like maybe where Luffy was, he dropped downwards, and then Kizaru got hit this way. That's what it looks like, but I'm not sure. Gum Gum Cartoon Punch. Yeah, Kizaru went flying, and Luffy just deflated down. Okay. And he's surprised, I guess, or shocked or whatever. So there's Luffy in the ground. He's still in his form though, but his tongue is out. And I guess Kizaru fell into those buildings. That's what I think. Okay. Um, he came up towards them. Are you okay, Vegapunk? Oh, he did something to the car. The something tank 8. You okay, Vegapunk? Oh, Vega Tank 8. Atlas Chan, you're not hurt, are you? I have given. Wait. Say Saturn, I presume, in the flesh. I see you have managed to cling on to life, Vegapunk. I have given the order. Vegapunk. Bonnie Chan? Where is she pulling all these fucking weapons from? Or is she just finding them? Increase his individual. Wait. I give him the order, Vegapunk. Increase his individuality completely. Make sure no trace of him remain. But if you do that, oh, she got the memories of removing Kuma's whatever. So she stabbed him. Did he not see her coming? Pierced by her fury, Saint Saturn. So she stabbed him in the whatever beard, and there's blood coming out. Didn't use Haki or anything, but all right. There's Saint Saturn, and that's the end of the chapter. Um, how do I feel about this? I don't know. I don't think it was a bad chapter per se. I don't know if I care. Like, that's not Kizaru, bro. Like, I'm just trying to see these niggas fight. She a bug to him. He probably got region or something. The top 30 stream just might be Thai apology stream due to the Gorosei being combatants. Yeah, Ty was on that wave even when I was in the first top 30 stream. I think I was in 2019. Um, how did you guys feel about the chapter? You guys like it, not like it? What did you like the most about it? Garcia moving you? Fuck spiders, man. I hate spiders, so it's not moving me. But yeah, I guess Luffy and Kizaru might not. I don't know if they're gonna continue fighting or what's gonna happen, but they both seem to not be down for the count. But Luffy seems exhausted from being in gear fifth. I actually no, that's not true. When he was fighting Kaido, he did exit the form briefly, but he went back into it. I'm not sure if he's gonna do that again or try to use Snake Man or something. But Luffy really has to. That's a big weakness of Luffy. His forms take way too much out of him. That in a battle of attrition, a lot of the times he has to deflate or like go back into his base form. Which is why I've always said Luffy needs to practice making his base form a lot stronger. But um, but yeah, how do you guys feel with the chapter though? I'm kind of indifferent. It's not that it was bad. Just the thing that I care about, you guys know, it's right now it's Kizaru, Barcelino. I want to see him in action, more of it. And they had a very small exchange here. Bonnie's near death experience move was pretty cool. I like that. And I'm wondering what the hell that summoning circle was. Like it looked like a pentagram that witches and satanic people or antichrist people use to summon demons. Usually, when you see that star, the circle, but usually you'll see like 666 around it or something, and they'll like put some blood on it, some Bible black. If y'all know about Bible black, oh stop. And then like what I'm saying. I'm kind of mixed. I don't like how they went ankle deep with Luffy and Kizaru so far. But the girls say stuff is moving me. I wonder who's gonna join, who's gonna job to him. Fair enough. It was all right. The theories of demons are about to come out. Maybe annoying. What do you think Garcia is? Like, do you think that he's like just a mythical Zoan of a very rare variety, or is this some next category of devil fruit Zoans we don't know about? Because he looks to be like some type of like arachnid, but I don't know what he's supposed to be because I don't know. I don't know anything about different types of spiders. I don't study them. I don't like spiders. I actually have arachnophobia, but he has horns. It was a right. Wait. Also, Summer Circle was apparently foreshadowed in Baruch's story. Was it? You mean like Thriller Bark? The Thriller Bark like flashback with Laboon and stuff? I don't. I don't recall. Like the chapter, just wish we could get more focus on Luffy versus Bersolino. Yeah, yeah. Because it's very much a Kizaru wants to focus on the mission and Luffy's chasing him around. It's been a bit of a tickle butt fight, all things considered, which is why I would have appreciated. I wish Oda would stop kind of skipping over fights like this, because like I know in the anime we're gonna get more, because we missed something before he when he attacked him and went into Snake Man, so we'll probably get that initial part elongated before he goes fifth gear and grabs him when he gets kicked out of the Labo Stratum and blows up in the little thingamajig. I saw somebody said he's a Gyuki or Ushi Onai yokai thing. Oh, he could be like yeah, like something about yokai. That's that's myth lore, mythology or folklore ties into something spider related. I don't remember if Anasui or whatever is just literally a spider, but it could be something along those lines, as if like maybe if you had like a Poseidon fruit, you might be able to turn yourself to like have like mermaid legs or something like that. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Look up Ushi Oni. I'm scared. Can't do it. What is a Ushi Oni? That's a cow demon? Because if I look it up and I see a spider, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna cry. I don't want to see any spiders, bro. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I'm good. I believe you. I'm good. I don't want to see that. I'm fine. Thank you. Can't do that, blood. I will never forget the day I like I almost broke my laptop because I looked up Black Widow, but I wanted Scarlett Johansson. I didn't think there was a spider and just saw it. I just closed my laptop, and then I was just like, when I reopened it, I like just closed the browser, with my eyes closed, and then I reopened it. So yeah, you don't get it. I do not fuck with spiders. It was after Brooks sent away Kizaru when he where he landed, people were doing a summoning. Oh, so why can't Garcia just come off the ship normally? Is basically what I'm saying. So yeah. Also heard Beetle was another option. Those look like spider legs to me though. And weren't there 8 of them? I don't remember if Maria had 8 legs. Black Maria, but see, Black Maria's spider looks goofy, so that's fine. No, I think I only see 4 here. Let me see. No, I see 8. I see 8. I see 6. But the way like the like the butt looks, it looks kind of like a spider to me. So I wonder why some Waking Zones have black smoke and some have white. You're right. Like this looks similar to like cause to Luffy's thing, but it's black instead. That's a good point. But doesn't Rob Lucci and Kaku's own also have the black? I think so. It looks like Rob Lucci and Zoro are actually having a decent fight, all things considered. I thought Zoro should be able to pack him though, in my opinion. We still in the light show? No, we're not. We're in the spider show or something. Ushi Bull show. Why none of Kaido's crew had them? Because none of Kaido's crew was awakened. They're pathetic. Kaido wasn't awakened either. I just don't understand that. I hate that. I wonder if Summer Circle is part of the Devil Fruit or is hinting of a magic lost technology that the Gorosei and Imu have access to. That could be it. it would be very weird to introduce. I don't think magic exists in the One Piece universe. It would be very weird to introduce it now, but if it's more like a science thing, because a lot of the times they say magic is just science that we can't explain yet. I don't know if you ever heard that line. So it could be along those lines, but I like the idea that it's more of a scientific thing, but it looks like a satanic summoning ritual, all things considered. But that was the thing I would say intrigued me the most, the summoning circle. I'm like, what is that? I did have a thought though, but bear with me, remind me. What did Vegapunk say about the devil fruits again? The devil fruits are all dreams and wishes that people had, like the jacket fruit, being able to like wear a jacket or like stretch really far or blow up something like that. Is that what it was? How it was explained? I can't remember exactly verbatim what he said. Because I'm wondering if there's an opposite side to that, like a negative side, like a dark side. Like if it's not a dream, it's a nightmare, and if it's not a wish, I don't know, it's like a curse, and maybe you can bring more demonic-like devil fruits into the world with that. Is what I'm starting to wonder or think. So someone like Joy Boy or whatever is about liberation and freedom, and white is usually associated with goodness, purity, serenity, and things of that nature. Where you know blackness is not racismo. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm wondering if I wonder if there's any credence to that. It's a little late for magic in the series, I think. Yeah, I've always heard magic and extremely advanced technology are indistinguishable. Yeah. Because like, let's say we were cavemen, right? And we somehow time travel back in the, I mean, not as far as cavemen, but like when the first societies were there, and we had like cars and phones that can pull up internet stuff and blah blah blah. They'd probably think we were doing some type of sorcery. They wouldn't understand what we had. So yeah, it could be more forgotten technology. I mean, stretching this, but Luffy and the Saturn smoke veil looks more smoky than Rob Lucci's. No, Rob Lucci's own I think are probably different. Those look more like, how do I explain this? Rob Lucci's own and Kaku's own to me look more like the spots and stripes of their animal, somewhat getting the Luffy weird, whatever. But the way that Saturn's own looks to me identical to Luffy's weird smoke thing around him and that neck thing around him, just different color, black. I don't know though. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. There's a reason they're called devil fruits. Who knows? You know what? Shit. Hold on. Garcia ate the angel fruit. The angel vegetables. Y'all didn't even know about the angel vegetables. You didn't know about that theory, bro? I'm kidding. There's definitely a difference because they're mythical. Yeah. That's probably it. Oh, that's probably it. Because Kaku has a regular Zoan. So does Lucci, but it is under the carnivore phylum, if you will, and thus they're supposed to be typically more bloodlusted as a result of that because he's a leopard. So yeah. I didn't. I liked it. I again, the chapter was good. It was solid. Nothing wrong with it. It's just like I really want Kizaru and Luffy to fight, so we can kind of wrap our heads around where some of the admirals could be in terms of overall combat capabilities. And I want to get more insight into Kizaru's life and personality and why he's the way he is today. Like, why doesn't he think it might be better to just take Luffy out and then take Vegapunk out instead of running around and having Luffy chase him? There's a reason for that. Like, I personally believe right now, if we swapped Borsalino with Sakazuki, Sakazuki would try to melt this dude and then finish the girl say. Oh, finish the girl say is crazy. Then take out Vegapunk. I'm sorry. So I don't know. I want to see more light fruit tech, man. Yep. Show me the awakening. Show me your crazy light tricks. Exactly. Imagine running into Alexander the Great and you just pull up with a tank. He's gonna think you summoned a demon. Yeah. Just be like nukes, drone bombs. You could also be like, you could also like give it some showmanship. You could be like click your fingers and then like drone strikes come or something. They're like, what demonic sorcery is this? Type beat. Let me ask you guys a question. What is it the most what is the most interesting thing you think has happened so far related to Egghead? Like what interests you the most? Like what is the thing that you want to see the most right now? With me, it's Borsalino versus Luffy. I know the story has to keep moving along and trucking along and stuff, but I'm still upset that we wasted Luffy versus Kizaru in a chapter where they weren't fighting the whole time at the very least. I'm just really battle starved for One Piece. Honestly, I am. I admit it. I need some meatheadery. If there are wait, sorry, these are preforms, or what devil fruits this? If these are preforms, or what devil fruits this is maybe what they came to be. Hmm. The anime will have to make it more clear. Yeah, yeah. Isn't the idea that devil fruits powers are the wills of specific people from earlier in the history, or at least that's what Nika lore points to? I think so. Everything outside of Egghead has been the most interesting. I kind of agree with that. Fumo's backstory, the giant robot. Oh, the energy source. Yes, that's important. One, Kizaru's Luffy. Two, the Void Sentry robot, especially how it's reacting to Nika. Three, Kumo's memories, the old robot. Okay, okay. Yeah, I need them to fight, bro. That's all I care about. I was actually moved by what we were getting for the most part, all things considered. Just in between a lot of things that I'm not particularly interested in. Because I can't say that, like, I think the robot thing's super important. Kumo's memories is important. I think Bonnie and or a certain flashback will let us know what happened. But try to see some fights, brother. Not gonna hold you. For someone to die or fight play out, you're not seeing hands. I fear that you may be correct. Did thing drop officially yet? By the way, let me look. No, it's not out officially. Well, I say officially, but it's not out on thing yet. If I spoiled anybody yesterday on JJK, by the way, I do apologize. I thought the chapter was out. I saw people with English panels on my TL talking about it. That's why I made the tweet that I made. And two people got angry at me. But I'm like, listen, man, it is what it is. It's the internet. Hoping to see Bonnie's official confirmed to be a child of child's age, so I can watch Lazarus reaction. I'm crying. I mean, they've hinted at it. That's what they're implying. So, but I've always thought that was a possibility. Like, but apparently, officially in some Viva card or I don't know if it was an SBS or an interview, it says that Bonnie is 24, but Bonnie could just be pretending to be 24 because I'd argue she acts childish. And not in the sense of like Luffy being literally a jungle child with no formal education, childish. Like, daddy, like like that's a kid, bro. Bonnie actually pressed me this chapter. My opinion of her is officially out the mud. I disagree with me taking her out the mud or whatnot. Not that I ever like hated or loved Bonnie. I'm indifferent, but I thought the near death experience was the coolest move I've seen her use. The NDE that was very cool. I actually popped off big, and he was like, "Yo, I saw River Styx or the Sanzu River." I'm like, so I'm like, can you actually just age people to death? Like that'd be pretty raw, but only slightly. The JJ community is the most spoiler ridden I've ever seen. They got new spoilers the day after the official. Oh, again, I didn't know it was the hood scans and just spoilers that they're talking about. Because literally my TL was just people talking about the chapter. So I was like, oh, it's out. Street Trust saying X, Y, and Z. So I tweeted it. And niggas be like, I'm like, listen, bro, you be on the internet long enough to know how to protect yourself. I didn't know. That's my fault, bro. There's a panel where she says wait, uh, the last I came in Egghead was when I was a child or something of the nature of the official translation. Never has Santa called her a little girl, so I don't know if she's a kid. She could be lying though. I'm not saying I could be wrong. I'm just saying to me it seems more implied right now because they keep calling her a little. Well, some people keep calling her a little girl, but maybe I'm wrong. The best way to avoid spoilers is to read the spoilers, become the spoiler, or no, just get off the internet. Just get off the internet. Don't be online. I don't like reading spoilers for things I care about. I'm sorry, that doesn't move me. And a lot of times it's out of context. I don't think it's very. I don't think it's very whatever. Like, let's say there's a Dragon Ball Super spoiler. I'd read it. A JJK spoiler, I'd read because I don't care about the series. But for like One Piece, I would never read a spoiler for One Piece. I care about the series. It's weird because we don't even know when Kuma stated this translation started his translation past the freestyle. We see that Kuma hadn't changed yet when Bonnie was a child, and it seems he wasn't fully gone. when he was defending the Sunny Go for those 2 years in which Luffy and crew were out training and stuff. I didn't realize I looked so fucking like white. All right, that's a little better. So yeah, G5. Wait, Naya cares about One Piece. Well, you know what I mean. Like the things that I like and care about, I want to experience with a fresh mind without any spoilers or anything in my head like that. That's just really what I mean. Like I wouldn't do it for Kubera, but Kubera actually I would because I want to be caught up as far as I could be. But obviously I live react, so I don't bother. G5 in the manga is just not moving me right from the Recton that was a mythical zone to its off-screen nature, execution and Egghead. I like Gear 5's design. I'm totally okay with the Looney Tune shit. That doesn't bother me. I think the anime sound effects make it seem a little more unserious, if all things considered. My biggest problem is what you said. I don't like the retcon. I do not believe the Gomu Gomu no Mi from the moment it was created was meant to become the Nika fruit, whatever. So I don't believe that for a second. Maybe you have some contradictory evidence that will make me look stupid. If you have that presented, I'm all ears. And I still don't know how or why he got deformed. Why, when he got knocked out that last time by Kaido, his heartbeat started doing that. I don't understand how he even achieved it, and that's my problem. That's my problem with Gear Fifth. But I've always said, from a design standpoint, if my favorite is Snake Man. Snake Man looks the coolest to me. So, but yo, bro, it's Sun God season. Here we are. It is what it is. Can't change what you can't change it. Luffy's super special, awesome, man. But the anime will fix the anime will fix it. Ashu in the anime, they won't fix nothing. But I did enjoy Kaido versus Luffy more in the anime, and every fight in Wano was better in the anime. I don't know what's happening in the anime right now. I haven't watched since the fight ended, since the punch, so I haven't seen what's happening. But yeah, Gear 5, the last gear or not? At this point, I think he'll have a final gear. So I think there's one more. Unless you don't think this ability can get any more ridiculous. I think it can. I think he can go full cartoon force if he wants, but I was wrong about gears so many times that I'm not even comfortable making the prognostication. It's not even helping. Is it just or is it? Bro, I like having light in my room, but you're fucking up making me look like a white man. Spoilers don't bother me personally. If anything, they give me more anticipation to continue. I don't. I've a lot of people I know are like that. I'm just on the opposite end of that spectrum. If I know what to expect or know what's coming, like the oddity and knowing the surprise of of being hit with something without having the foreknowledge or knowing it's gonna happen is part of the reason why I like to experience stories. Like some people might see Luffy go Gear 5 and then be like, "Oh, that looks awesome. I want to know how it happened," and then now they want to read One Piece. I don't work that way. I could see there being a final gear that fuses all the previous ones. Momonosuke's adult form got revealed, and now it's on its break this week. Okay, another retcon. Goda ass pulled Gear 6 coming year. Gear 5 came out of nowhere, and for Luffy to have 3 power jumps in one arc is wild. Did he have 3? What was the first one? Oh, I guess training with Ryoyu. Perhaps getting advanced conquerors, and then okay, Gear 5, yeah, okay. Yeah, that adds up. I don't have the answers though, Sway. I wish I did. But I don't dislike the practic how Gear 5. The only thing Luffy did that I don't understand yet is the goggles. I don't know how that's related to fighting with like freedom or rubber and stuff like that, but that's why some people think he can do whatever the hell he wants. Because when he hit Rob Lucci with the booming white rocket, he then this and it just put goggles on his eyes. I don't know where they came from. The power creep between Whole Cake and Wanda was pretty egregious. I don't know. I'm not mad at that. I think I understand. I understand you looking at it that way. I thought, all things considered, it wasn't as atrocious as some people make it out to be. I think the biggest thing you could probably say is I don't know. It looks weird to him get knocked out by a poo and then like go up there and fight Kaido. I guess I don't know. I feel like I sit in a lot with One Piece these days. I just don't know, brother. I don't know. I didn't mind Luffy with the training with Kid and the cuffs and the Ryoyu. And Luffy underst I think Luffy's probable like natural conqueror. A conqueror's hockey is conquerors. So I think him being knocked out by conqueror's hockey twice and him understanding how to use that and flow it through his body, having trained with Ryoyu, wasn't that weird to me. And Luffy often will go in and out his forms and then fight kind of equally in his base form all of a sudden to some degree. It happened with Rob Lucci. It happened with Katakuri for the most part, and it happened with Kaido too. So I don't know. I do think he got wanked a bit though. I'm not saying he did it, but Kaido was really still beating his ass even after he got the transformation. The anime made it more similar. In the manga, Kaido was still kind of beating the goofy out of him until he did super big island punch. So yeah, I don't know. You guys ever think? Sorry for being on the meathead tip. Do you guys ever think we'll get something like NES lobbies ever again, where each crew member gets like a nice, proper, elongated fight that kind of gets focused on? Or you think those days are over? There's too many moving parts, too much happening that we kind of have to speed run fights. You know what I'm saying? Super duper high diff fight with Katakuri and Cracker, getting one tap by Kaido, then win very short amount of time. He was trading blows with Kaido. I'm not knocking the training, adapting Luffy did to get there. It just happened so quick. I don't know. Again, I'm not. I think that's a perspective that's totally fair. I just didn't look at it that way. I'm not mad at that. I'm really not. I just don't. I personally didn't look at that way. I'm like, okay, you definitely gave him a Toriyama power up esque hand job for super did, but I thought it was more menial than it was egregious. If that makes sense. Probably the final battles. I wish, but there's too much stuff. It would be nuts if the last flash get chopped up like the Wano fights. Yeah. Oh, I need some Fog Killer 5 Elements type beat. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like the Fog Killer. I watch that fight like every day. My man hit the yin and yang. He pulled the poison out. Hit it with the. I said, oh, clean, clean. Nah, but we will see 14 fights in 14 panels potentially. It's just unfortunate, man. Because one of the video essays that I'm going to do for One Piece, I'll tell you guys here, but you won't be able to see it first unless you're on Patreon. I'm actually going to do the pre-time skip talk and why I think pre-time skip was better from pretty much every aspect: artistry, combat, how it was written, handling, especially all of that stuff. That's going to be my first One Piece video essay. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably drop early next year or late this year. Because the first three, just to keep my algorithm okay and in line with the channel, my first three video essays will be on Kubera, Tower of God, and One Piece. After that, I'm gonna start putting my own interest in there and storytelling and narrative related topics and things of that nature that I really want to talk about. Because I really want to do one for Monstrous. I think Monstrous is so good it deserves a video essay. So I'm gonna do one for Monstrous, among some other things. So yeah. Doubtful aside from the monster trio and Jinbei, I don't know if the rest of the cast will get focused, but at this point there's so many more interesting characters that'll probably absorb more screen time. That's fair. Do people genuinely expect Luffy to fight Shanks? I think that's one of those things that it depends on how you see the outcome of the series and how it's going to end. I personally have this belief that Blackbeard will kill Shanks. I don't know why I have it. I don't know why I believe it. That's just kind of what makes sense in my head. I actually like the idea of Shanks being killed by Blackbeard. I always make the joke he's gonna rip off his other arm and beat him to death with it. So I'm kind of here for that. A lot of people think that the his last obstacle before Pirate King or Raftel or seeing the One Piece will be Shanks, and by beating Shanks, he'll prove he's a great pirate or whatever the case is. So If you already think Luffy's a great pirate because now he's a Yonko or whatnot, some people think that's already he's already proven that to Shanks, and maybe if they meet, he should return the hat. I don't know. So that depends on your viewpoint. I could see any of them kind of going through. Some people think the last boss is Emu. Some people think it's Blackbeard. I think it just depends on how you see it. I think that's far fetched. Artistry, don't get me started. Beautiful. Yep. Video essays, I shall be there. Comedy was better too. I like now. I think for now he thinks he's funnier than he actually is. Yeah, the comedy was better back in the day. That for sure is true. One of my favorite pages is them just posing at Ennius lobbies, no dialogue. Yeah. And the crew interacted a lot more. But will Zoro kill Emu? I don't know. Ask CKI agenda. That's a great April Fool's like short or joke. I'm gonna have to use that. Give you credit though, don't worry. I don't know, man. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I guess there's just too many moving parts and too many things happening. And Ashu was. I thought you say this in in Discord earlier today. He just crams so much into a panel, man. He just crams so much. The paneling is just not moving me, man. It's not moving me. We gotta we gotta go back to the basics. I really wanted more light show. I'm so disappointed. I'll wait a week. I don't give a fuck about this burger ass old man spider. Fuck Jay Garcia. Do you guys think Jay Garcia will do something so egregious that Kizaru can't overlook it? And part of the Egghead incident, big deal, is that Kizaru not defected, but went against the government orders. I think him bodying that one Marine was crazy. You can't look at me? Fuck you. Who do you think you are? I guess it'd be interesting if Shanks saw Luffy as a rival as opposed to a pupil or Roger replacement. I think that'd be good. I really want to see Borsalino put in work, so do I. On the cover page of on this cover page on page 227, Zoro was in the shadow eating soup, and this proves he'll stab Emu in the face and save the world. Y'all not reading? Got it memorized. Brother exploded his head. I was like, damn, I know. Still hope Blackbeard comes and kills Garcia. I'm here for that too. I like that. I don't think Kizaru is the type to go against the world government at any level. He did say he is but a cog in the machine. So, you could be right. You could be right. It's just a brief thought that I had. Well, out of the three original ones, Kizaru is the one that's probably the Kizaru. Kuzan is the one that's the most kind of like seems to be more level-headed, maybe more like Garp, and marches to the beat of his own drum and what he thinks is right and wrong, lazy justice and all of that. Sakazuki's the other extreme, and Kizaru's more of the middle ground, but more so leading to following orders. So yeah, there's no break, right? I didn't see no break. I didn't see break next week, did I? There's no break. Let me check. No, no break. What are the comments over here saying? Dude really got all them legs and still uses a cane. His cane might be a weapon or a sword or something, or I don't know, magic beam staff. That's actually hilarious. If Neverfruit got their powers from dreams, I wouldn't be surprised if elders got theirs from nightmares. Wow, that's kind of something I was thinking. There is hope. There is hope, dream for wonderful things, and despair elders and their nightmares born. Hmm. We've seen people who worship the devil where Kuma sent Brook. These kind of creatures probably came from that type of belief. Oh, that's what you were talking about. When Brook was sent to that island, yeah, that's a good point. I did not think about that. No break. Okay, good. Marcelino's too loyal to turn on them. I mean, at this point, he's probably seen some of the most dark shit the world government has done. I probably agree with that. He probably just won't go as far as Sakazuki with absolute justice, if you will. Are we gonna ignore the fact it grew with his transformation? That shit is wild. You seeing a summoning jutsu and from the ship, Evil's devil magic. Oda thing. He's bad at proportions. Remember Enma size when wielded by Odin, when wielded by Zoro. How tall was Odin? Was Odin tall? Cause Zoro's like regular height. Zoro's like an inch or two shorter than me. Zoro's like what, 5'10", 5'11"? Oh shit! I don't think I noticed that. That means his sword would be big as hell. The one thing he does that I understand is I think and he said this is like I can't. The reason I have like Logias reform their clothes is because or else people would have their dick and balls out all the time. Odin was like 12 feet tall. Oh shit! Hey, what if the sword wasn't that? What if it's still a regular size sword? I don't know. That's kind of funny. I didn't think about that. I actually did. I never even had that thought. It is what it is. I'm not even gonna harp on that. Or there was like three Zoros. Someone said Enma was reforged. That's hilarious. Real heights. Oh, Okiku is way taller than Izo. Thou shall not question Odin-sama. Odin's the size of character show powerful characters a lot of the time. Oh, you guys want to see this? Let's see this. I don't think this is happening, but Dragon pulled up. I don't think that's happening though. Damn, didn't think about his sword not matching Zoro. I didn't at all. Yeah, these comments are all annoying. These One Piece commentary is never good. They're also freaking annoying. Imu's Imu is almost certainly a Umibozu. Reminds me of the Florian Triangle hidden in the mist right there in the Thriller Bark arc. Why just had a girl say? Why just had a girl say? Did I say it again? How many characters at this point have done such a thing? Where's Jen continuing to live up to the hype? Yeah, alright, enough of these. These are not moving me. Dragon is allergic to doing stuff. I'm crying. Dragon gonna send Inazu. Ah, snip snip, motherfucker. I liked him, her, them, they, them, it person. Dragon gonna yeah. I don't know. Can I ask you guys, like, do you guys think that Oda has a bad habit of having these characters not do anything for too long? Like maybe you think Kizaru's in that camp, but like Dragon, I think you could oversave a character for the end game and have them do nothing. I think getting to see Mihawk a little bit during the War of the Best, the Summit War, was probably a good idea. Uh, Look at the Ushi Oninaya, face your fears. I won't face, I won't face my fears. I won't face my fears. I don't want to see that shit. I don't care what he is. I just hope he dies soon. All right? It'll be a no from me. What would Riku do? What would Riku do? Riku would be controlled by the people telling him what to do, like what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1. But I'm my own man, and I don't let anyone tell me what to do. I don't want to do what Riku did. That was the wrong path. He went down the path of darkness. Got it memorized. I'm doing what Naya do. And Naya says, I won't face, I won't face my fears. Is it weird that Luffy's Zoan form has a stamina limit? Before, I kind of excused it versus Kaido since it was a long fight. It seems strange for Pacific fruits to be held back by stamina. There's only one thing that comes to mind based on what Kaido said, and I don't know if this is the truth every time he uses this form, but he said that he's fighting with such versatility and freedom it's ridiculous, and he's constantly being quoted in the color of armament in Conqueror's Haki. We have recently learned that Haki is finite and you can overburn it. It's possible that Luffy's fine in the form, but he's burnt out his Haki. That's the best I got for you, but that's a fair point. Like being able to go like I'm gonna say semi Kikan Kaijo, not that like into your man beast form, hybrid form, whatever. Doesn't seem to be a stamina thing. It's just a form you go into. So you know what? That's fair. That's a fair question to ask. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Others seem to have endless stamina and range. And also, when you're an awakened Zoan, you're supposed to have increased stamina, durability, and a bit of a healing factor. So maybe he'll catch his breath quickly, but he didn't go out of gear fifth. I will say that when he fell, he just did the tongue out. He didn't like go back to base form. So we'll see. Good point. Why is he tired already? Oda saves too many top tiers. Navi's in a position where he won't be able to utilize them properly without them seeing lackluster or not getting fully fleshed out. It's the same way I think you could keep a mystery for too long. I think the who is Madara or who is Obito, I think Kishimoto waited too long on that. And by the time the reveal happened, it wouldn't have mattered who it was. I wasn't gonna care. It made sense during Punk Hazard because you want to break the glass ceiling, but at this point, we should be able to see what everyone can is it capable of doing. But Oda Sensei is gonna Oda Sensei, man. What can I tell y'all? I don't have all the answers. Toki was better than Obito, anyways. Toby? Oh yeah, Toby was raw. Well, he was jokey. He was funny at least. What can I do? What can I say? Oh, just had a FYI. Haven't rewatched JJK with one of my homegirls because she was big into it. I actually finally saw the movie, the first season, and cut up to the latest season. Me and her have been watching it, chipping away at it, and Demon Slayer. Um, I'm going. I've somewhat amended my stance on it. I've kind of remixed my stance. Not that I'm a JJK stan or fan of all of it, but there's a lot of stuff I didn't really notice or pay attention to that I didn't care about. So at some point, I'll probably have a small stream about it, talk about it. So if y'all want to come to that, you can. But yeah, and then from where it left off, I read where I left off and caught back up. So I have more context because a lot of the shit they was talking about, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck any of this is. So I just kept skipping it to watch the fights. Same deal with Law. Doflamingo can have an unbreakable cage, but Law has to sacrifice years in his life to make an above average size dream. Does he think Oda needs to limit the protagonist unnecessarily? Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Like there's a lot of moves that like seem completely like broken that don't seem to have any drawback. What's the drawback to the birdcage? There is none. Even fucking Fujitora couldn't break it. He seems to be inconsistent with that. It's a good point. Naya is higher in JJK now. I have amended my original position. We'll talk though. We'll talk. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in due time. I'll just say that I paid attention more this time. So there's a lot that I didn't realize or recognize or even notice on my first initial experience. Granted, I've always told people I was having a good time until Shibuya. And not necessarily until Shibuya, but in Shibuya, everybody that I cared about died, got sidelined, or something of the sort, or lost their curse technique, and I'm like, well, no one I care about is around, so I'm out. So I'm out. And that was really my issue. This is the perfect time to show Logi awakening. Oda could even have the ancient robot interfere if he wants to keep Kizaru on the board for later. Fair enough. Just a fun meathead series for me. I don't have serious discussions for it. JTK, I mean. Um, nah, it's got more substance than that to it. I don't even really love the fights, if I'm being honest. I actually don't care for JJK fights like that. I don't think the fights don't particularly move me. Though I do like the Mahito stuff. And I actually think why do I ever remember the lightning guy's name? Kashimo. Kashimo versus Hakari was raw. I like that fight. But Hakari should have killed him because he's not him. What's to say? He wasn't him. So yeah. But yeah. I don't like reading the manga of late though. I caught up via YouTube videos. Wow. That's hilarious. Kashimo a bum. I thought he I thought he was gonna be a little rawer than that because he fought him without using his curse technique, but we never saw him use domain expansion, I don't think. But let me chill out because the TCB version isn't out yet. I won't spoil nobody. But I read the chapter. It was a hood. It looked like it could have been hood scans, but I read the chapter. I found it online. I just googled it and found it, so I read it. But yeah, that Sukuna guy seems to be him. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't dislike him. He just don't move me. Sukuna don't move me. I don't know. I don't dislike him. I don't think he's bad. He don't move me. I really liked Mahito. And all things considered, I think Kenjaku was a lot more interesting on a personal level. I'm not saying he's better or stronger, but I think the series is more interesting if Kenjaku was probably the last antagonist instead of Sukuna. So yeah, yeah, of course there's substance in it, but not here for Hikari's Domain explanation. If you know what I mean. Oh, I never read that shit. I read it this time once, but it didn't really matter what I read because ultimately I have a bad habit of doing this, and maybe I shouldn't. But if I understand the big picture takeaway or the end game of the move, the attack, the technique, I don't always care about the minutiae of it. So I'll give you an example. I do this a lot with Hara's work. His name's Hara, right? The guy who does Kingdom. They might be like, okay, this whole 6 pages explaining a maneuver they're gonna do, and I'm like, oh, it's a pincer maneuver. You're gonna come here. You're gonna come here. I am not reading all that in between shit. I don't care. I'll just like, okay, you're gonna do this. With Hakari's abilities, like when he hits jackpot for 4 minutes and 11 seconds, I think he has infinite curse energy, and he can use reverse whatever technique to heal himself even unconsciously. Okay, I'm good. I don't care about the I don't know, but the probability mode and stuff like that, I guess do matter. But I don't gamble. I don't care about the game itself. If that makes sense. So I understand that. I understand that. I'm very much the same. If I understand what it is about, I'll skip it. Like, do you remember that one girl that Hikari was with her weird some keep away ability? I actually forgot to go back that far to read that part, but I think at some point it's like okay, like something with the stars, it just keeps you away. Like okay, that's all I need to know. I also argue some authors are not good at explaining their abilities well. They actually make it more they complicate it needlessly. Now sometimes it's a translation thing because obviously these a lot of these stories are written in their native language and translated. And unlike everything that is under like the Latin umbrella, they use different characters or whatnot. So take that with a grain of salt. But SIU did this with, in my opinion, and again, it could be the translation with the mirror in Tower of God and the Floor of Death, with Urex data, with the error. And I'm like, why did you explain like a jackass? It was way simpler. It was a much simpler way to explain it. So yeah. I don't like using fraud seriously, but Kashima was a bozo. He glazed up Sukuna and got dog walked. He was not him. Kenjaku will never get me on board because he took away Mahito. Now, if he brings him back, I'll just adjust depending on how it would play out. I think Mahito's gone because he took his idol trans something technique. I think he's gone because it wasn't Geto's ability to take curses and store them. So I think he's gone now. Unless Oh, I get what you mean. Like maybe he's storing him has the ability, but he could take him out and release him because you could release him. Okay, I get what you're saying. Maybe Mahito's not dead. Dead. Is Nobara dead though? Didn't Hakari's partner have an ability that was considered trash by the higher ups because it was a power based on modern day technology or something like that? Apparently a lot of the higher ups in the Jujutsu sorcery world are very traditional and standard and very conservative about techniques like that. So stuff like modern stuff and divergent fist or whatever, they don't like that kind of thing. So you're probably right on that. So do you like One Piece this week or trash? Luffy became powerful really fast. I thought the chapter was solid. I don't think it was a bad chapter, but the things that I care about weren't focused on, so I can't say I was personally engaged. But I'll repeat it. Bonnie's near death experience move was the coolest attack I've seen her use. Making the guy see the Sansu River or River Styx, that was cool. I thought the summoning circle, the demonic summoning circle was interesting. This dude seems to be you guys are calling him a Ushi bull or whatever, so he might be some type of mythical bull spider. I hate spiders, so I'm not looking that shit up. I really want Kizaru and Luffy to just fight. I don't care about anything else really. I actually wouldn't mind watching Zoro and Rob Lucci, but only if Zoro's packing him. So it wasn't a bad chapter. I just can't say that it focused on what I cared about. If you don't know, Kizaru is one of my favorite characters. He's my favorite Marine and favorite Admiral, and I've been waiting for a long time to see him in action. And the things that I care about the most in storytelling are characters. for a long time, none of my favorite characters in One Piece have really been on the board. You can argue Hawkins a bit in Wano, but he severely disappointed me to the point that I don't like Hawkins anymore, except his ability. I like his ability, so that's my answer. Can Jaku take him his ability and using his maximum killed him? Oh, okay. And I think it's top Togashi having two guard explain their abilities for a whole chapter only to die in the next. Take away all hope, tend to cry in the corner. I'm gonna choose to believe the Summon Circle is just some fruit the Grunts don't understand. If there's actual straight up magic, then I'll have to put One Piece down for good. I don't know that it's magic. I think it's technology or an ability. You might be right, but there has been like things adjacent to magic that happen, but never fully explored. Like my understanding is Shirley's clairvoyance is not an ability. Like she could just see the future. There's Madame Shirley, the shark bitch from Fishman Island. And if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Miss Golden Week, I believe her name is, with the girl with the color trap on not Green Bit, Little Giant? With Groggy and Brogy, the giants? Isn't that not that for the ability? Her color trap shit? Like could make you feel emotions? Isn't that just like some shit she could just do for some reason? I recall reading that somewhere, but I could be wrong. But there's been some like weird magic stuff you could argue, but I hope it's just like a devil fruit ability or technology we don't understand yet. But those were the things about the chapter I thought were interesting. So yeah, the boat spirits are kind of magic like. The Kabultermen, yes, yes. So yeah, spirits. Can a future sight almost get tied in with fortune telling? Well, I guess if you believe that Madame Shirley can do that, but why can't she get? Well, I understand with hockey though, you have to read will and intent. You can just read the literal future. Like, how could she do that? Maybe she is some next level future sight user. We just don't know. We just didn't know about that. Like we didn't know, but now we know, but we didn't know. So Emma is basically magic. They claim that swords could have wills that could be considered magic. Hell, the way some people without devil fruit have these random abilities they develop through training. That's kind of what I was saying. So yeah. It's explained as hypnosis, so it's on the line. Okay. Django? So it's on the Django level. One, two, three, Django. Django! What the hell is going on? Shout out to Kuro, bro. East Blue Legend. No, Kuro's a bozo. But I'll never forget when they said his thing is as fast as Soru, but he can't see. I'm like, shut the fuck up. This nigga's not moving as fast as CP9 agents. Suck my dick. From the back. With eye contact, huh? Oda didn't know about it when he wrote it either. So Luffy can defeat Kaido, but can't defeat Borsalino. I guess my question for you, Willie, is why does that bother you? That's extremely normal for me. Because I have never wanked the Yonkos the way that a lot of the community does. I've always been very neutral, moderate, and tepid on the Yonko and the Admirals. I've always thought they were equal in strength. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be proven wrong down the line. But I've always said this, and I'll say it again today. If I picked up a news coup and it was breaking news, Kizaru versus Kaido, and Kizaru wins the fight, that would not surprise me. My eyes would not bulge out my head, and my mouth wouldn't open wide and hit the ground. But if Kaido won, I still wouldn't be shocked. If it was a tie, I still would not be shocked. If it was inconclusive, I would not be shocked. Not a single outcome would surprise me. I've always said this, and I have a video about this. If you want to go watch it, the video is that I basically said that Kizaru is stronger than Leland and Big Mom and will look more impressive than those two. I can't speak for Blackbeard, I can't speak for Shanks, but he was gonna look like this. I know how power creep and Shonen Jump works and Shonen Battle manga works more often than not. That doesn't mean Oda will follow that path, but there's usually a madness to the science that's been in around for many, 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 many years. That all being said, I think a lot of people have disrespected the admirals, and in my opinion, without good reason. I've never in my life understood why that Ben Beckman thing made Kizaru all of a sudden commander level, as they like to say. Who's like, oh, Ben Beckman. I'm like, this is one of the few people who could probably use hockey and hurt him. And he still, well, Ben Beckman had his gun on him, use a Yasagami no Magatama to break through the ice to try to get the submarine when Luffy was escaping. Again, from a portrayal and hype standpoint, I get it. Yonkos we're getting a lot more dick sucking from Oda than anyone else. But I thought it was a red herring. First of all, I'm like 3 admirals, 4 Yonkos. I feel like people forget. A Yonko is not only a Yonko because they're a strong ass pirate. They have a lot of territory. Hella niggas. To the point that it takes a huge amount of resources just to deal with one. There are multiple factors that make you a Yonko, not just your strength. And I just believe people, because they want to believe what they want to believe with their own bias, completely overlooked all of those things. That's why I'm starting to feel more and more vindicated by the chapter, because they were telling me Whole Cake Island Luffy could put down Borsalino. And I'm like, look at you niggas now. Look at you niggas now. That's just me though. Borsalino's doing a lot more dodging, evading, and is assumably faster. I don't have an issue with their interactions, neither do I. Borsalino's not trying to fight Luffy, he's trying to complete the mission. There's that too. And again, I still think matchups in this series matter. The matchups still matter. Again, Kaido is a good fight for Luffy for the standpoint that Kaido is a brawler. Yes, he has fire and wind projectiles, but he fights with his body the same way Luffy is. There's no tricks to this. Can you punch him until can you punch and beat on him until his HP hits 0 before your hit 0? Yes or no? It's not so, like I feel like if you're like an illusion, like if Rokudo Mukuro came into this manga right now, I think he'd give Luffy problems. Can he physically keep up what Luffy could do? No. But he's got illusions and fake illusions and beast summoning, and then he can combine all 6 paths of reincarnation with Cambio Forma. That's not a fight that Luffy is typically suited for because he's fucking retarded. He's stupid. He's an ape. And I think people need to remember the wise words of the smartest, the greatest, the pinnacle of piracy in the One Piece verse. His name was Sir Crocodile. And what did he say? You never know how 2 devil fruits will match up and impel down. When Galdino's wax was able to block um Magellan's poison. Not Venom Demon, but like the regular poison. And I still think like a fighting game, matchups matter. You could still be a high tier character and you win most matchups, but there might be a projectile character that, you know, let's say like Lucina, no projectiles. Might be a horrible matchup against Pac-Man because Pac-Man's just throwing all kinds of shit at you. That's basically what I'm saying. Kaido versus Luffy, the battle to see who awakens first. Yeah. 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 Technical character with a high skill ceiling. There's that too, right? I still think he'd have trouble dealing with Hawkins. Especially if Hawkins being a life minus style of somebody on Luffy's crew that was like Nami or Usopp or somebody weaker. I've always said, imagine he punches Hawkins in the head and Nami just go flying across the goddamn like wasteland. Those are the type of opponents Luffy has the most trouble dealing with, like the Sugars of the world. It's a good thing Usopp saved them, him and Law from Sugar. Again, that's how I see it. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm correct or more correct than anybody else, but I do think that the Yonko have gotten a little more hype than they deserved, and admirals have been downplayed a lot by the larger community at large. The larger community at large, the greater community at large. That's just my 2 cents though. No lie, Foxy's Fruit and Mr. Fire Fruits were given so many would give so many character problems if more capable characters had them. That's funny you say that. Those are 2 fruits that I always hype up our great abilities. The Bomu no Mi is raw. His breath gun was the only cool thing he did. This nigga was flicking boogers. Jesus Christ Almighty. And I always talk about this from a power scaling and power creep and glass ceiling standpoint. In your mind, should Foxy have given Luffy trouble after beating Enaru and Crocodile? Yes or no? I'll wait. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything until you answer. Okay, I'll read your comment. I think the One Piece community fuck with my power scaling. I guess what you said makes sense. Make up your thoughts for yourself, Willie. Don't let these bozos tell you what to think. They might make good points every once in a while, but make up your own mind. I do not think the One Piece community is good at power scaling at all, in any capacity. Not a single creator, whether they're my friends or not, whether it's Brago, Jay, Virgo, any of them, none of them are good at it. I think Oda played a part in the overhype of Yonko. Honestly, at this point, it was in. I think it was intentional, but the amount of glaze they got was crazy. I agree that this wasn't a conventional red herring. I just didn't buy it because I'm like, you're gonna have two Yonko go out now, and then what? Have the admirals be waste youths? You're not gonna do that. Imagine mixing the six powers with the bomb fruit. The ooh, exploding Rangakus. Hit it with a Roku, oh god, and it explode inside you. That'd be gas. Nah, Foxy should have been easy. Foxy Raw, only Afro could beat him. Yes, go from ultimate speed to ultimate slow. Like, anyways, I'll say what I'm saying. He just fought two Logias that were really powerful. That brought him not to the brink of death, but challenged him very much. Crocodile more so, beating him twice and bringing him to the brink of death. Then he struggled against Foxy, and people like act like matchup don't matter. Foxy had a lot of things working on his side. Ability is amazing. Luffy's a kind of a ditz. Having the environmental advantage of fighting on his ship and being a lie, cheat, and a scam to trick Luffy were all reasons why he gave Luffy a decent fight. Not the QB, dash, the slow beam sword, him having the Foxy Max mask and Luffy not knowing which one's real, bringing him into that mirror room, all of those things gave him trouble because that's one of the best ways to beat Luffy. But again, Foxy's not a strong combatant. I surmise at that point, even some of the lower tier crew members could have beat Foxy, but because of all of those variables, he gave Luffy a difficult fight. I just don't think people think about all these moving parts. I think they're too quick to be in one extreme or the other extreme. And I'd argue because I've loved One Piece. One Piece is still my favorite, but I've loved it so much. I was the crackhead that looked at every nook and cranny, and I know the small things that I think make these characters super cool. Like one of my favorite things about Zoro is how attentive he can be. I love when he first meets Kaku, and Kaku's like, "I'm here to expect." He says Usopp first when he wakes up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a shipwright." And Zoro's like, "I'm not buying that." And what was he? He was a fucking assassin. CP0 World Government agent. Like, my man be paying attention because he's distrustful. You like me for real. Tekai could be combined to counter explosives. That's another plus for pre-time skip. Matchups mattered more. Most fights were power struggles, not with a few exceptions now and then. Yeah, yeah. That's one of my favorite things about East Blue. Back when Zoro had an IQ above 2. That's why the thing with the Seraphim kind of upset me because I feel like you downplayed Zoro's ability to be perceptive, and you did this right after we had a random flashback to remembering the nigga who made Enma. Can you respect him? Jesus Christ, Oda. That wasn't a good gag. I didn't laugh. I didn't think that was funny. He literally did what Vivi did when they first found Bentham, Bon Clay. And I was like, come on, bro. And as much as we want to see silly crew stuff, we do want to see that they're kind of improving as they're getting stronger and getting more notoriety and respect in the world. We want to see them showcase that they've earned that level of praise and competency. Well, not competency, but learn that level of praise and acclaim. So yeah. Yeah, in a lot of ways, I think Zoro has been hurt the most by post time skip. I think Oda needed to do more with him. It's unfortunate, but I still like Zoro and I still like Sanji, and I don't care which one you like more. I'm not into the rivalry thing. I think they're both awesome for similar and different reasons. Both can fight, both raw, both drippy. So yeah. By the way, what do you think that we will never get the conclusion of out of all the One Piece subplots? Which One Piece subplot do I think we'll never get a good conclusion for? That's a good question. I don't think we're ever finding out about those Florian triangle entities. What do we have? What devil fruits? I guess void century, ancient weapons. What is the One Piece? Joy Boy stuff? The Dawn clans, Will of D, if you will. Empty Throne. I feel like I honestly I feel like if you had to ask me just on gut instinct, and I could be totally wrong, the hat, the big hat and Mary Joss. I just feel like that's not that important. I don't know. I feel like that was something to make us overthink something. I don't know why. I feel like the big hat that Emu was looking at doesn't really mean as much as we think. That's my answer. I don't think we'll ever find out what the flowing triangle is, which hurts me because I want to know, man. Shanks' son. Oh, you think you're talking about like the girl from Fuchsia Village or whatever from Luffy's village? Not Shaky. What is her name? What's the girl's name with the baby on that island that people think Shanks fucked? I don't remember her name. Yo, I hate all these fucking ads, man. Move this shit from my screen. Jesus Christ, Anna's getting so fucking annoying with this shit. I want the One Piece Wikipedia, bitch. Makino. Yeah, I don't know how important that is though. Oh, you guys already told me. My bad. Makino. Um, I'm gonna put some plots at this point. I just care about the big mysteries in One Piece, the Void Century, original Devil Fruits, Will of D. As we drop Makino. Okay, alright. Yeah, I could see him having to sidestep a couple of things to focus on the biggest mysteries. Those are mostly solved, and somebody. What do you guys think about the all blue? The all blue is something that I'm just super weird about. I don't know what to think about the all blue. Possibly the space in One Piece. What do you mean the space? Like One Piece in space? We're going to the moon. Take it to the moon. Take it to the stars. Do you think the giant straw hat and the national treasure of Maydros are one of the same or someone different? Are you talking about the thing that Doflamingo was talking about that he has over their head? I think they're different. I think that's something only Emu probably knows about. I don't even know if the girls say no about that big hat. Actually, probably. Maybe just Emu and those guys. Like Toriko? Toriko. What the fuck happened in space in Toriko again? Well, Toriko got a rushed ending. But I stopped caring about Toriko after a point, though, where I just watched the fights, so I stopped reading it, kind of. Cooking Festival is a really good arc, though. It's one of the best shonen arcs I've ever read. But yeah, after around the time of Bambina with the testicle monkey, they started to kind of lose me. Obviously means something, but not much anymore. The theory that the all blue will be made is as much. All blue will be made it as much I thought of what I can give it, but Sanji makes no attempt to search for it. So he doesn't care. Why should I? That's kind of how I feel about their dreams. They don't care. I'm not gonna care for them. Fuck it. We out here. We out here to become Pirate King and nothing else. I do wish that Oda did show Nami drawing more maps stuff like that. It's just a small detail you could use. When they're on the crew being ridiculous, you can have her react, and on her table is her doing some is it calligraphy? What is it? What is it? Cartography for maps? She's doing map shit. I think calligraphy might be that writing shit. My bad, but she could be doing some map shit. No, Mihawk versus Zoro will happen. I'm sure that will happen. The only way Mihawk versus Zoro doesn't happen is if somebody takes the title from Mihawk, and then they become the world's strongest swordsman, and then Zoro has to take it from them. Drawing the map that takes one panel too. Yeah, it's just a simple detail. I don't know why he doesn't do stuff like that. Cartography. Yeah, okay, I was right. Cartography, not calligraphy. Calligraphy is the other thing I'm thinking about. That cartography. Thank you. I'm getting my words mixed up. I can't write or draw maps, so that's why I don't know. I don't know anything. I could write, but like I can't write beautifully. Like my handwriting is horrendously ugly. If you guys have ever seen my signature, that shit looks like scribbles. Looks like I hold the pen like this with a mad hard grip with my offhand. Mihawk beating Zoro after getting topped by him would be lame in my opinion. 100% see Zoro having to get the title through someone else. I actually don't hate that. That's something I totally understand why any and all people hate it, but I think Oda presented it in a way that I liked it because the idea was that Zoro was willing to put his dream on a second shelf above the dream of his captain, and that's how it was kind of presented and packaged to me. And in that sense, I was like, super weird to not from the to like train on your own, lose to him, and then be trained by him, not be stronger than come back to beat him. But I kind of I think it could work. Execution will be everything. But I like how it was packaged. That's why I didn't take it as poorly somebody else. But if you don't like that, I totally understand. I'm not mad at that. But my question then becomes, who the fuck can take that title from Mihawk? And don't tell me Shiryu. That's not moving me. I don't want to see that shit. He's not him. It's not M. Bison with a sword. So my next problem becomes who? Vista? Stop it. I don't want to see that either. Like, Tashigi? That's what I'm trying to see. Nah, give that shit to Tashigi, please. I don't care. That would entertain me to no fucking end. That's so unserious. I like that answer. That's funny as fuck. I guess Shanks works. Shanks becomes a Yonko and the world's strongest swordsman, but then Zoro versus Shanks, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's the student surpassing the master thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think the reason I didn't use that line because it's one thing if he was being trained from Mihawk from the start, but he only spent 2 years with him. So I see him as like a one of Zoro's teachers or interim teacher because his first teacher was the streets, I guess. Then just going dojo to dojo, and then it was the guy from Fusa Village. So like yeah, yeah, taking his pride aside for the captain. Shiryu's sword ate the anti Mihawk. The buggy no me. On a real note, probably Shiryu. I don't know who else would care about the title that's relevant. But has Shiryu ever showed any interest in having that title? He's just a nigga he just M Bison with a cigar and sword. Like I don't know how dedicated he is to the blade. Like he got the clear fruit and shit like that. I don't know, man. He don't move me. Could be Zoro eating the Mihawk couldn't. The guy Mihawk couldn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I wish in this arc we got more Mihawk length. And like Mihawk came to Wano when he started pulverizing the samurai. Like it's just a missed opportunity in my opinion. Like Mihawk's never been to Wano. And if I get a Mihawk Wano flashback later, it's just gonna piss me off. I should have gotten some type of sprinkle or inclination to some point of it happening now, and that would have gone a long way for me. It's the same way I always say. I really think Oda should have just shown Buso Koka during the Summit War, the War of the Best, Marineford, and not explained it until Rayleigh explained it, and it would have been fine. I think it's totally okay to show a technique or ability that we don't understand that will be explained later, that recontextualizes a scene where you go, oh, when we're in Marineford, and then for randomly, we saw Whitebeard's fist and it was black, it was hockey. It wouldn't be a bad thing. We'd probably look at that with more respect instead of everybody having to use exposition. Did he stab him using hockey? No, ice ball. Like I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not as high as Marineford as all of you because of that. It bothers me too much. It bothers me too much. Tashigi being Red Sox swimmer would be fire. We can get the 18 panels after their fight. Did Shiryu care? You just murder? Yeah, you just seems like an unhinged head jailer. The lack of dedicated swordsman in the series is weird when it's treated like a coveted title. Yeah, we got Green Bull, but no Mihawk. What do you mean by that? Yeah, and then and Echo would say, why aren't there more world titles? How come there's no world's best martial artist or gunslinger? We know Yasop is a very respected marksman, but Why only swords? Like it's just so many weird things. Why don't we see other top tier swordsmen gunning for the title? We don't see swordsmen ranks or anything. Just strong niggas. Sly is right. We need competition for title. Title has to wait. Vista was the closest thing I'd say we got to that, and he even respected Vista. But I don't know about this older guy. He might be cooked, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. He just might be. It's possible. I'll be doubting him. I don't have no faith. I have no faith, but I'll be pressing X to doubt. Who wants the number one Glaive Wheeler title? Give me that. I want greatest scythe user in One Piece. Ultimate scythe user. That's what I deserve. I got the crescent rose on me, bruh. You dig? You feel me? I got the crescent rose on me. That's what I'm trying to see. Weevil bite you. Whitebeard been gone for years. Nah, ain't no glaive users, man. Shit. Oh no, I thought the chapter was fine. It was good. It was serviceable. It was solid. I just can't say that I cared for the particularities of what happened in the chapter because I just want to see Kizaru and Luffy fight. But again, good chapter. Only three people in the whole series cared about the title. The hell was there even a greatest swordsman before Mihawk? I don't even know. So the closest thing we've seen was Ryuma's God Sword God title. Yeah, yeah. Also, can other weapons come back? Does Ben Beckman have a black Glock? Can Sabo turn his soul black? His pole black? The little pipe thing that he uses. Yeah. Another of the new. Oh yeah, like could a like a black blade doesn't have to just be a sword, right? Like if I've had, let's say, 'cause like I've always said, like if I'm in a One Piece world, I want to be from Sky P. Let's say I've had the same white cloud made whatever, and I've been imbuing hockey and beating strong people with it. Does it turn into a black scythe? I got questions. The black blade was something I actually didn't like that Wano introduced. I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't like that. Everybody was hyped about it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? A black blade is a hockey blade. Like I didn't understand that, so I didn't like that personally. One of the new guys could be a super hidden badass swordsman, besting Mihawk and Zoro. Do you like that idea, Random Fool? Like some nobody we've never heard of. It's just like, wow. And the other, while the Straw Hats were like, this guy was beating sword. Like, no, no, no. Deus Ex Machina. I don't like that. The strongest title is so weird in One Piece. Who did they beat to get those titles? Kaido was the strongest creature, but it didn't beat other Yonko. Or same with Whitebeard, the strongest man. That I think those are a little different because Whitebeard got strongest man in the world, and I think that had to do with just him being like, I guess, humanish. I don't think he's a giant. He's a big human. Kaido being considered a creature, I guess, because he's an Oni on top of being a dragon. So he got like creature. It's kind of a weird hyperbolic epithet and sobriquet to give them just to give them more hype. So I'm kind of agree with you, but being like the world's strongest creature to me isn't as weird as like maybe being the world's strongest swordsman because there's no other titles like that. But I get your point. Jet Black Mustang will go hard. Big Mom was stronger than Kaido personally. You think that? I don't know if that's true or not. I think they're different. I think they fight differently. I can't say that for sure because if hockey really is the way that you could bring the world to heel, like Kaido said, Big Mom's hockey showcase has not been more impressive than Kaido's, but I'm not here to say who's stronger. I don't care what you think. I don't know. I don't have the answer. Yeah, that could work better. Where was I? I would like it if Fujitora was the Mihawk master, but he betrayed his ideals and ate a devil fruit. Hmm. Fujitora would bother me less than Shiryu. That could be better, but if it's a world government secret, it might be fine to beat a dude Mihawk couldn't beat with a hard fight. Okay, I hear you. Luffy needs to beat the Goofy off swordsman with his hockey hardened sword. Do I get a hardened fist, a black fist forever? Do I become Black Fist Zephyr? Should have been had it like Afro Samurai where you got to defeat certain people to get the privilege to challenge Mihawk. That'd be nice. Or maybe all the titles are made up by the fandom, puts too much stake in them. It's possible we do. Black Sandals Luffy, white hair Luffy. Y'all thinking. Why aren't other YouTubes critical thinking of One Piece like you do? Um Probably monetary incentive is my best answer. Just talking about what the community cares about or engages in is probably better. but I don't think a lot of those guys care about One Piece the same way that I do. That's why I'm so hard on it because I've seen One Piece at its best, and I don't think Oda's living up to his potential as a mangaka. As One Piece, I think could be a lot better. I'm very surprised that I even feel the way that I feel about One Piece these days. Just like I don't just come out and hate. Like I find that I honestly with me, what you see is what you get. I just give you my honest thoughts and feelings. I don't care about pushing agendas and propagandas and Zoro versus Sanji nonsense and stuff like that. I'm just not who I am as a person. And I do think that works against me a lot. I think if I was more hyperbolic and I'd get up and oh Tao Sama, oh my god, oh Judge Top Five, and I was doing all that shit, it might be better, but that's just not who I am. And I'm not gonna fake the funk just for views. And by the way, I like my community. It's fine. It might not be big, but I like y'all. Critical thinking makes people upset. It does. And I think it's boring for a lot of people. And the way that a lot of younger people consume media nowadays is not the same way that I think about and think about media and whatnot. So yeah. Black monkey straw hat. Critical thinking because it no towels, not towel summer. That's just an example. I'm not even trying to send us like King of Lightning. I don't watch his content, but I'm just saying, like, I don't do all that shit. How many times have you seen me get up from my chair, even in general? Like, get up and I spin around and I fucking do a backflip, shake my ass in the camera. I'll do all that. Do I care what the One Piece is? Absolutely. But I already know that One Piece is something serious. Or else Sengoku wouldn't have reacted the way that he did. The moment Sengoku had the reaction that he had when Whitebeard was going to tell everybody it was real, I knew it was something important. It wasn't like the journey with your friends along the way and all the jokes people make and blah blah blah. I know it's not that. But yes, I care about what it is. And I think it's something that has the power to completely change the world. Whether for better or for worse. What are you thinking about Enel at the moon? Me? I don't think anything about it. You're just there now. Very Verth rode the Arc Maximum to the moon. I don't really think about Enel like that often. Actually, like, I can't say that. I like him, but I don't know. He doing his thing. I don't know if we're getting Moon Piece. I have no problem if we end up going to space. I really don't, but I don't know about Moon Piece and the 9 moons and blah blah blah. We'll just have to see if that all makes sense. Expecting people to use their head instead of their feelings, you're setting the bar too high. It is what it is. You tweaked the one stream for a lane. Streets, remember? I'm not saying it hasn't done it. I haven't done it. I said how often. I don't get that impression. I thought he was just upset Whitebeard was reaffirming what most people started to think was a myth. Oh, okay, I got you. I can't watch other One Piece YouTubers anymore. They're the one that I can watch constantly. They're way too positive. I do think talking bad about One Piece it brings on the ire of the One Piece community, and you're gonna get a bunch of hate comments. I mean I've gotten this just for being like ZKKC is ridiculous, and they called me a nigger. Like I was like, is that deep? Like damn. So like, some of them just probably don't want to deal with it. But a lot of us would prefer them to be honest. But I don't know. Again, I'm not them. You have to ask them. I'm me. I do what I do. Wait, so when I seen you shake your ass, was that a private video? That was a Patreon video, bro. How do you? That was a Patreon video. That's where I dropped my. That's where I dropped my feet pics. That's annoying. It's a. It's a thing to be, but hate why? Yeah. I think there's a lot of societal factors that play into this. The internet allows you to be anonymous. People are just kind of mean and nasty, but to me, that tells me more about them than it is about me. I have hard skin. Like I'm not a baby, so like that stuff doesn't offend me. Thought it was ridiculous, but I wasn't offended by it. I was just like, imagine how much of a child, immature, juvenile, brain dead, degenerate invalid you have to be to call somebody the N word because I disagree with a fan created delusion that Zoro was going to take out the main bad guy in the arc. That doesn't say anything about me. That says a lot about you, and I understand that. and I understand when people project, so I don't get upset because that just means I know you're a bozo. I don't get mad at those type of things. I actually sometimes laugh. Like the comments that make me laugh the most are the hate comments. You are just a negative tower of God. Drop Tower of God. Why do you read it if you're gonna be negative? Because you are still here commenting on the video, giving me views, impression, and money. Um, no nuance online. No, you're not allowed. You pick one end of the spectrum or the other. The moment you need to put your personal info to use the internet, that day would be a better place. You think so? I think there's some credence to that, but I like my privacy. But I feel that like if I feel like if a lot more people knew that like no matter where you comment, it would be easy to know exactly who you are and where you commented from what device. And you probably intelligent agencies can do this. I think people will be a lot kinder. It's funny because me and Vince were talking earlier about how distasteful I think it's very distasteful to speak ill of the departed. It's not to say you can't speak honestly about it, but the example that I always use, rest in peace to him, and it has nothing to do whether or not I agree with his rhetoric or how he lived his life, but it was Kevin Samuels. When he passed away, it was very nasty. How many women and black women, especially, I was like, rest in peace. I'm celebrating fucking burn in hell, nigga, and all kind of stuff. And it's like, what the fuck is somebody lost a father, somebody lost a friend, somebody lost a brother. Like, you can hate his content and disagree with it, but does that give you the permission to tap dance in a dead man's grave? That's very fucked up in my opinion. But I wasn't raised like that. I grew up alongside the internet. I wasn't born into it. When I first had the internet, that shit was AOL dial-up. That shit was slow, and all I could really play was like solitaire. Wasn't too much I can do. If my mom wanted to use the phone, I had to get off the computer. Then we had a home PC, but I had to share that with my sisters, my brothers. My parents didn't really use it, and by then I think my dad has a laptop. So like with me, I feel like I got to grow step by step incrementally with technology. I wasn't really born into it. That's why there's a lot of things I don't like. Like I still like using cash. I don't like using my debit card and credit card. I don't like using my credit card for anything, if I'm being honest. But I don't like using my debit card sometimes. I want to use cash. Why can't I use cash? I don't like constantly being traced. I know it's easy to trace people with debit cards. So I think there's some things like that that are factors that play into this though. But again, I think the reason that I'm a lot more even keeled is because I grew alongside it. But again, the day that the internet became 24/7 did change the world forever. There was a time where even if you were online a lot, you had to be at a computer, a PC, or a laptop. But once we got these babies and you could be online all the time, no matter where you really are, it changed a lot. And technology is progressing faster than human civilization could really keep up. We've we've done a lot in the last 20 years. Sorry, sorry for that tangent. We all agree Goro's greater than no one's better than Kizaru. Besides that, their friends and family, that's awful. Yeah, I don't want to, but it seems that way. That's just where we are, man. There exists there exists an awful. If you just think you want to hate somebody, why about a pirate story? Go to go to what like yeah. At least if you be mad at me. This is why this is why I was saying with y'all. There's a reason why I have fun and I have no problem torturing like Togashi fans and stuff like that. Because end of the day, to me, it's just manga. Like yeah, you can say I'm being a bit of a dickhead and an asshole, but like I am making fun of you for liking Japanese drawings in a book. And if that makes you have a visceral reaction, that's on you, brother. Not me. Or sister. That's on you. Nothing to do with me. And I understand. I've been there. There's a time in my life, bro. If you came for a One Piece, you might as well have said something bad about a family member of mine. I put my fucking cape on. Then you grow, you live and you learn. I'm like, I don't. Then one day I'm like, why do I care what you think? I like it. I don't care what you think about it. You don't have to like it. When people are like, when did One Piece get good? I'm like, you could just drop One Piece if you're not enjoying it. If you didn't like chapter one, you're fully justified in dropping One Piece. Don't keep going if you're not having fun. Who cares? I play all the time. Even with Ultra Slayer, I'd be like, he's like, yo, like Breath of the Wild. But bro, if you're not having fun with Breath of the Wild, put the game down. Don't force yourself to play it. Don't force yourself to like it. I'm a Zelda dude. I've been playing Zelda since I can remember. Since I was like, since from the '90s, I've been playing Zelda. I love Zelda. I have context. I know the lore, the history, Hyrule Historia. I'm not lost. That's different for me. I'm a Tagashi fan, but he be getting these strays. But he getting these strays till he draws pictures. You see, like you don't care. Like as much as I may have a point here and there, or sometimes I'm being dickhead. You like Tagashi, you like Hunter x Hunter. My one man's opinion is not affecting your enjoyment. That's how it should be. People tying their identity to media is also an issue that's been around since forever. That's a good point. Like making your whole identity is like, oh, I'm a BTS stan, I'm a Taylor Swift fan, I'm a Black Clover stan. It's very strange because then if you attack it, I might as well have said, "Fuck you, nigga. You a bitch ass. You a bitch ass nigga." And they're like, "Why you say fuck me for?" So yeah, I disagree about Tagashi. He should just write a light novel now, but it's in good humor. Oh no, I'm not wrong about the show don't tell part. There's so many things about him that I think is your own personal opinion, and that's fair. But one thing that I you cannot I do not think there's any other thing he tells more than he shows, and graphic novel is a visual medium, and based on the old mantras and how you're supposed to show don't tell, I don't like that. But if you don't have a problem with it and you like reading all that text, I can't tell you how to feel about it. But to me, I respect artists who can make me understand what's happening with less word, with the least amount of words possible. I even think Oda has gotten overly verbose. I say this all the time. There's too much fucking talking in One Piece. Always watch anime as entertainment, but for some anime fans, their favorite show will help them through some moments in life. So if you slander, they get mad. Also, as me, I know that's you. That's why I brought you up because you're in the chat. But yeah, you don't have to finish it. You don't have to promise me anything. If you want to play Zelda, play Zelda. If you don't want to play Zelda, don't play Zelda. It has no bearing on me. I'm gonna play Zelda till I die. Look at my wall. Oh my god! Don't look at my meat. Look at my wall. I'm gonna put I show meat. See that? You see that? You see that? There's actually more posters, but I haven't hung them all. Like that's my shit. I'm a Zelda dude. I agree though. One Piece got me through a lot of hard times, and when I was really sad or down about life, One Piece would be the thing that cheered me up. So I get that, but just because it cheered me up when I was down a lot of times doesn't mean that you're not allowed to not like One Piece. Like I don't care if you don't like One Piece. What the fuck does that have to do with me? Well, I got bills to pay, nigga. Give a fuck. I got more important things to do. That poster is cool. Yeah. Um. Now I'm seeing the slaves of Merijo as a solo form of soul harvesting, as well as Impel Down to some Top Musica, but creating a demon army. Top Musica was probably what I was thinking about when it came to demon. From Film Red. What's up, Ryan? You good? The poster is cool. Speaking of show don't tell, do you have an issue with the lack of an indication when a certain abilities are used? Yeah, observation hockey is a form of argument. I had an argument with somebody the other day how you have to guess when someone's using it. Yes, yes. I've spoken about this before. It's the reason why I give the Heart of Gold special so much credit. Remember Mad Treasure? He had a camouflage ship, right? And at this point, Usopp had awakened his observation hockey, and when they were coming and they were showing malicious intent, even though they were camouflage, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp all reacted, and they had the stream of light, like the light glow, and like the stream, almost like the zone from Kuroko, which gives me a visual indication that you're using observation hockey. I hate that you have to just assume and or guess, or they use exposition to tell you. That's so I'm with you on that. That's why I like Buso so much. Coca, the black fist, I'm like, okay, hockey. If you do the lightning with that weird impact that doesn't hit you, but it hits you, I guess it's advanced conquerors, but I'm not always sure with advanced conquerors. But yes, I think he's totally failed at that as an artist. He's totally failed at making observation hockey usage extremely obvious. True, making one thing your personality is not great. I'm gonna play Zelda if someone gifts me. Not gonna be me. I'm broke. Like all I need is some spider sense squigglies. It's something simple like that. If you're reading a comic book with Spider-Man, when he's in danger, what do you get? The little fucking lines. And he might say my spider sense is tingling. And sometimes he doesn't even react. He just knows something dangerous is happening, but before he can react to it, it hits him. Case in point. That's a great example. Artists expressing and conveying things through their art. Some mangaka could never. Yep. Tagashi never in the newer is too verbose. Yeah. Observation is easy to portray. Just steal the spider sense and modify it a little. I totally agree. Like it's not. I don't think it should be that hard. But I'm not Oda. I don't have his brain. I can't tell you what he's thinking. Did you notice fans are slowly getting tired of Luffy Gear 5 gags and the eyes popping out? Crazy how people who criticize Gear 5 for this happen in the future. No, I actually haven't seen that. I'm still okay with that. My issues with Gear 5 is art had nothing to do with the design and the cartooniness. But I admit that the reason that I'm probably so okay with it is because my personality lends me to be okay with goofiness. That's why I like shit like JoJo because it's so over the top and zany. But on top of the fact that I actually, without the literal awooga and all that stuff, I always expected Luffy to be able to kind of stretch infinitely all the time and do weird, crazy stuff like this at some point when he perfected his gears, if you will. Like the part where he just inflated his muscle without having to blow it and it started hitting like I expected this at some point where he can do the fusen and the like blowing the air into his muscles and or his bone. He could just do it on his own. Like I expected that to come at some point. And when he awakened, I expected him be able to turn his vibrant rubber. But case in point, what the retcon not moving me. Don't like it. The Gomu Gomu no Mi was never supposed to be the Nika Nika no Mi. You changed that for one reason or another. We'll see why. Two, why the fuck did he get Gear Fifth? How did he get Gear Fifth? How come that time when Kaido knocked him out it happened? Why didn't it happen the first time? Why did it happen when he hit him off the island? Why is it when the guy interrupted and he knocked him out, his heartbeat started going do 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 do. Why? I don't have any. What is the answer? What is the reason? Those are my issues. But from a design standpoint, I still think Snake Man looks the coolest. That's just me though. Spider Sense, even MHA has a Deku's Danger Sense alter panels into a Thunderbolt. So I have to assume that's super cool. Observation hockey is so confusing to be honest. All the hockey systems is bad, or at least the concept and the execution. I think him visually demonstrating it a lot of the times is weird. Cause like in this chapter, when he hit Thing in the head, I assumed he used Conquerors that time. And the first kick he used it, but the other ones, I don't know, did he? Oda implemented hockey into the story period could have been so much better. Yep. You could even steal it wholesale. Yep. Snake Man is fire. I'm doing good. Rewatching last season of season 3, season 7 before the new season. Hey, I need some more season 7 in my life. I gotta finish Link Click though. I'm 6 episodes in. I'm about to. I'll probably finish it to probably tomorrow, not tonight. I'm gonna keep playing the Greatest Attorney tonight, but probably tomorrow. Basic hockey is fine, but future side, all the advances is unnecessarily complicated. I think he just needs to showcase it better and be more consistent. Like I always tell you guys my favorite fight in Wano, all things considered, ended up being Big Mom versus Law and Kid. But why isn't she using Conquerors and Armament? It just picks these random times to use it. She knocked out like page one with it. Then when Law was on her, she used Armament. It's just so random and sporadic. The fact that people have to argue between shading and Armament is a problem. I actually think the shading more often than not is kind of obvious. But there was one. I think there was one where I wasn't sure. I think that was when Law did the little stagmite thing. But yeah, if I was running One Piece, which I probably do more pirate thing, I would make Luffy lose his power and do a full Metal Alchemist and have Luffy be king without powers. I'm okay with Luffy not like having a Devil Fruit ability, but I think him being part of the Paramecia, which is known as the weakest class, so to speak, was moved me more than him literally now being a part of the literal most rare type of Devil Fruit. Like everything is making him super special, awesome, special snowflake, if you will. So My problem is that would have retconned Luffy's fruit late, so late in the story. If it was 500 chapters ago, it would have been fine. It was a little bit late for it, I guess, but I think he wanted to tie page one to Shanks and Shanks taking the fruit to the devil from the government or whatever to make it seem more than what it was. But hey, man, Garcia did say Nika today. He said nigga. Ugh. So he is a god. We are entering Naruto levels of destiny and shit. So that's another thing I'm worried about. That he's going to betray the idea of destiny versus free will and Luffy having free will. But there is still a chance that Oda decides more so to go along the side of Luffy rejecting the idea of being the second Joy Boy, the second coming of Roger or whatever, and rejects all that, does what he wants, and goes on his own path. So despite having these abilities, overlap and overlap and commonality with all of those things, he does it his own way and rejects it. And it could work, but you're right. It's getting harder and harder to not look at Luffy as like a child of destiny, like he was born and destined to have Roger's had and the most special, ridiculous power in the world and all of those things. It is bothering me. I understand. This is usually obvious, but for some readers it hasn't been. Yeah, I don't know why. But they're, again, scope. Over here, we know how to think critically. Over there, I don't know what they're doing. Over there, I don't know. Over here, we good. The reason I like Luffy's fruit was he made a mid fruit powerful in his own way, being creative. Yeah, like he was like the first person to make rubber and stretching like a cool ability to me. There's one caveat. There's Elastigirl, but we all know why I like Elastigirl. She got that fucking dumpy. I said, she is thick as hell, nigga. What the fuck? That ass going crazy. Like, that's why I was there. Obviously, this Plastic Man does his thing. Reed Richards, I care about Reed Richards because he's smart, not because of his ability. Characters should be allowed to take part in the power system. Don't like when regular people get put on a pedestal. Okay, I got you. It's not even the fruit enjoyable, but the fruit was made too special. What if the fruit was really forgotten and we got it confirmed by Vegapunk having hints, not the elephant saying it? I don't know. I probably just would have gone down this route if I was writing it myself. Like personally, what I used to think was that Luffy had multiple versions of Gear Fourth. Tank Man full version really threw me off, but I guess that was an impromptu thing that he did just to finish off Cracker. So I thought that maybe Tank Man was like a more defensive Gear Fourth form. I thought Bound Man was probably his all rounder form, and then his attack form was Snake Man. But I was totally wrong. So like when it comes to Gears and Luffy's like evolution in that front, I don't know what to expect on this one. I take my L. I lost. My problem is if he makes the Gomu Gomu this special, that what will make him? Yeah, he might. People have said that. Like, what if like Boa's fruit is actually like the Medusa Gorgon fruit, and she can just turn people to stone with her eyes? And people have been saying that a lot of fruits that we've already seen might actually get retconned to being a special mythical whatever the fuck. There's only one that I'm okay with, and that's Buggy's fruit. Give my man Buggy that Toriyama hand job. Buggy gonna start splitting up the atoms and molecules. Yo, go ahead and give Buggy that power up, Oda Sensei. We need that. We need that. Half joke, half joke, half joke, half joke. Zoro was just a swordsman from the East Blue with a weak sea. Oh wait, it could have been cooler if he was related to an ancient samurai clan that's fire. No, you aren't cooking. Exactly. Zoro being a random nigga from East Blue who got to this tier of strength with no special lineage, just hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and pumping iron is infinitesimally more raw to me than, oh, you're part of the Ryoma, the sword god, and this nigga and that nigga. Like, oh, turn it off, Shimoski clan. Turn that off. That didn't move me. I made a video so long ago about that. Like 3-4 years ago when Wano barely started. That I'm like, I don't want Zoro to have a special lineage. I'm out. Sanji was still threw me off, but I had some inclination he was a little more important than left on. I'm okay with Sanji. But Sanji's family is secretly kind of waste anyways. Luffy, whatever, he's the main character. You usually get that. And we had that from Garp and Dragon a while ago, but Zoro too? Come on, man. Because even in a lot of ways, you could say with Usopp, Yasop, Pow Pow. Like, come on, bro. I thought Tank Man would be like a human boulder form from Naruto. Oh shit. So yeah, that's fine. What if Luffy stretches time and space? Like the literal concept of time and space? Are you one of those people that think he's able to mess with intangible concepts like that? I've seen people talk about that a little bit, where the idea is that he could stretch anything or make anything rubber, and that includes intangible concepts like memories or something like that. I really don't think he has the Toon Force like that, like just literally Ed and Eddie take a bite out of the sun kind of nonsense. I don't, but to some degree, I get why people will do that. But I don't think I like that. I don't like that. But no, I don't. I don't think he could do that. At least not for the time being. Again, though, there's only one thing Luffy ever did in Gear Fifth that really did throw me off, and that was this. Like, how did you just materialize goggles through your hair? Like, that was the only thing he did that threw me off. Everything, you might not like it. You might think it's goofy or too cartoony, but it doesn't really bother me. More so than how we got the form and the retcon. But what do we know? I think it was a joke, just an awakening. I want to see Iego Noble Phantasm. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, he has the build and the relationship to Ryuma. It just didn't move me. I didn't need that, but hey, it is what it is. I've gotten over it, but I thought it was whatever. We are still missing the eye patch. You're not ready for Zoro to show you his fucking Rinnegan? It's like I've been sealing this away, but Hawkeye actually implanted one of his eyes into me. I have the Hawkeye. You're not ready for that? You're not ready for the Sharingan. They all don't even know about the Sharingan, bro. Got the Sharingan in the eye, dog. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Do you think Luffy will another form of Gear 5 is the last? That was asked this earlier, and I was saying I've been completely wrong. So I feel like you should not take anything I have to say seriously. But I could see him having a final gear. So gear second, third, fourth, fifth, and then final gear, which is like a perfect blending of all of his abilities or something. But if you don't think gear fifth is already that, that was my answer. I don't think it's reality warping either. That either it just works. You just theorized a rubber awakening works, which makes the change even more confusing. Just like the glasses, Luffy gonna conjure across to fight Saturn's pentagram. He's gonna be Kerbo from Terminal Montage and stuff. Just as we theorized. Everything about the goggles could be explained away by turning things into rubber, unless his hair could make rubber constructs. So you think he somehow made a rubber glasses, I guess. Okay. Like Getsuga. Tensho! Oh, oh, final Getsuga. Mugetsu. He's the sun god. Who's gonna bring the new dawn? A morning star, if you will. Boo. No, I'm kidding. That's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. No, Apu needs to die. No one needs to see Apu ever again. Just die. Just die, Apu. Die! You should kill yourself now. Your life serves zero purpose. Apu needs to drown. Do you think Vegapunk will be the final crew member? You know what? That thought never popped into my head because I thought he was probably gonna die. But do I like that? I have to see how it's executed. I don't know if I hate that. No, I do hate that because we have Usopp and Frankie already, and they're already the adventures that we have. I feel like Vegapunk is more of a cheat code. No, I don't like that. Never mind. No, I don't want that. That'd be interesting though. But no, I don't even think Vegapunk is gonna survive. So yeah. Do you think Olga will kill a major character end of series like Whitebeard and Ace? Yeah, yeah. I think some characters will die. I just don't think it'll be anybody. I mean, he kills people. No, he doesn't do it. He just picks like the ones we don't care about. Like Ashura, Doji, and Izu dying didn't really move nobody like that. It would have hit hard if knowing that that's Sentomaru. What the fuck is his name? Not Conjuro. Kinemon wanted to meet up with Osudu again. and him actually dying to Kaido would have hit home. When it was all said and done and the scabbards came out and one of them wasn't Kinemon, that would have been a really emotionally gripping moment. Then you just get to see them in the fireworks thing together. Oh, he doesn't do it. It's just usually characters we don't fucking care about, like maybe a Virgo or a Monet. So I do think in the final saga, well, this is in the final arc, if you will, you might see like an admiral die and a high-ranking pirate die here or something of the sort. Just if you kill Crocodile, I'm coming to Japan. I will pull up personally to your studio with a bunch of sand, my sand gourd. I'm gonna be mad as hell. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Vegapunk himself's in one of the bodies. Maybe if it's one of the Vegapunks, but can't they all invent stuff? But they all have different roles, I guess. But still. Nah, I'm good. I'm good with the crew with the way it is. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good with it. Now it will be like me when Gege killed Gojo. The Gojo thing I kind of saw coming though. I wasn't sure who was really stronger, but the thing that always gave me pause with that fight is that he never went into his four-man? What the fuck is a four-man? Four-armed, Goro, four-eyed, deformed, whatever form. So I'm like, if he's not in that, he's not fighting at full power, right? So yeah. Someone posted Frankie and Vegapunk with Garcia behind him side by side with Akainu killing Ace, saying Frankie. I don't even care about Pound, but come on, dog. Just let that man die for his kid. Oh yeah, that was yeah. Come on, that was unnecessary. Like just yeah, that was so dumb. He does kill bait way too much. The one in pre-time skip that I think is particularly egregious was Pell. Pell was ridiculous. Pell is fucking dead to me. If you ask me, Pell is dead in my head canon and my One Piece. Pell died. Pell did a sacrifice, bro. Before Mandem. Lilith is the only Vegapunk I care about because she is piratey and made a good first impression. Mr. Two. Hey. Oh, Bentham? No, I had a reason for why the Bentham one made sense. Oh, I believe that Bentham never actually really had to fight Magellan. I think Blackbeard had freed the Impel 6 agents, inmates, along with Shiryu and the Rain, and they jumped his ass before Bentham Mr. Two could really die. That's really what I think happened. So that's why he never went out and became the Okama new Okama Land 5.5 leader. But he did bait us with that. Gege is a clown. He made Gojo's too strong while Sukuna was holding back and can cut space and time now. Wait, he could cut space and time? I thought it was just space. So if I was Dio and I went to JJK and I stopped time, Cleave and Dismantle are still moving? Oh hell no. Nah. That nigga's broken. But yeah. The Bond claim one I understand, but I amended my opinion when I really thought about what happened. But I wish he would just show shit like that. Just show it. Just show it. But I understand if the Bon Clay Bantam shit bothered you a lot. But for me, it's Pell. But the emotional weight of the Bantam death, I get what you mean. Like he undermined the emotional weight of those moments a lot. It's the reason why I fucking hate when Nomura did with the Realm of Darkness shit with Aqua. Her being able to see Riku and Mickey and whatnot. So I feel that. Feel that. Cutting space is way too OP. I said Pell. Yeah, Pell is the one that I don't like. But yeah. Yeah, if you could cut through space and time, that really makes Cleave and Dismantle kind of OP. I thought it was saying that he can just attack space now. But I guess if I had time abilities, if I could stop time or rewind time or slow it down, speed it up, I guess Dismantle would be unaffected. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So what was the gauntlets for? Like you mean like the individual battles against Gojo? I'm not Gojo, against Sukuna? I don't know what gauntlets you're talking about. It's funny. He stated his regrets are he made Gojo too strong, but now Sukuna's too strong. I don't even think Gojo was too strong, personally. I don't think he's as broken as he probably. Well, you know what? Maybe within his own universe. Never mind. Within his own universe. No, One Piece in the first arc. The first arc of One Piece would be um New Romance Dawn, Romance Dawn. Oh, you mean I don't know. I thought that was gonna be something other people could use to maybe hit Kizaru because he's light, but Luffy never needed it because he had Haki, so I didn't really know what it was for. But I get you mean the hard light glove thing with Jig. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Or just be doing shit, bro. Oh, the Photon Gauntlet or something like she punched light. Yeah, yeah. Gege like Sukuna though. The narrator sucks him off every other chapter. I don't think um I don't know. It is what it is. Do you No, do you Wano animation of Wano is brainwashing One Piece fan to ignore pacing issues the anime still has? All I've ever said about the Wano anime is the animation made me enjoy all the one-on-one fights a lot more. Getting to see it in action. They obviously put a lot of time and effort into it, and that's what I wanted from the manga. It doesn't change the contents of what happened in the manga. It doesn't change the contents of what happens in Wano. Wano is still by far my least favorite arc in One Piece, and the anime cannot change that at all in any reason, in any capacity. I have not amended my statement on Wano. I just enjoy watching Zoro versus King more in the anime version, or Queen versus Sanji, or Zoro or Luffy versus Kaido more in the anime. It's not no revisionist history here. Oda could have died, nerfing Sukuna permanently. How he died? Why was he brought back? Just keep Gojo imprisoned. No, I think he needed the Jujutsu Kaisen world itself from the Jujutsu Sorcerer to get thrown into imbalance and influx because my understanding is Gojo it kind of hard carries the Jujutsu Sorcery. It's not that there aren't other special grades or people who could become as strong as him, but he is so powerful that he's like the all-star on a team that drags you to the finals averaging a fucking 40-point triple double. He's got no real help. So he just does everything by himself. And removing that completely leaves a power vacuum for someone else to fill. And then the curse's side of that was Sukuna, which is why I think if he actually loses and it's Kenjaku who ends up being the final antagonist, or maybe I heard someone say it's Tengen fused with the whatever, which I guess I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not an expert, so take that with a grain of salt. Would be more interesting, but yeah, yeah. Wano anime not even good outside of the fight scenes. Pretty much. I finished Bleach season 2. Me, no, I have to watch the 2 episodes that are left. I'm probably gonna throw it on when I play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 2. I'm on the second game now, so I'm playing it for the first time. So I'm probably gonna throw that on, maybe watch it. So yeah. The merger or Kenjaku will be the final bosses, yeah. I just don't think Sukuna is that interesting. Maybe if we get his Heian era, that's what they call him, right? Heian, Heian, Heian era, flashback or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I just don't think he's very interesting. I don't think he's bad, but he don't move me. I thought Mahito was more interesting. I like Mahito a lot more. Kenjaku, I think, is more interesting because he's been like the greatest mastermind in JJK, but I know he's not as strong as Sukuna or Gojo, so he'd have to do something to either have some type of ultimate failsafe, some ultimate barrier or something, or some type of way to deal with them. So yeah, I love the changes Bleach anime made, all on that positive. They removed some things that I like though, but I really like getting to see Byakuya pack up the 3 Stern Raiders. That was awesome. Before Love the Love Dude came, that was nice. See my guy. He said morphine, son. There's no weakness in his spiritual pressure. I said because that's Kuchiki Byakuya, the motherfucking goat captain. Put respect on his name. He nice with it. That's my guy. But I think Gojo had to go at some point. I always expected Gojo to die at some point. I just kind of disagreed. I guess let me ask you guys this, again, since we're on the topic. Do you guys think that people misinterpreted who Gojo was when he was in the death plane? Or do you actually legitimately see Gojo as they described him? Because as far as I was concerned, based on what I heard Gojo do and say, that seemed like a bit of a contradiction to me. It looked like he was trying to build up more Jujutsu sorcerers to be on his level. So should something happen to him, or he can't do every mission, you could send Yuta, you could send Hikari, you could send Yuji, you could send, I don't remember who else they said it could be on his level, but you know what I'm saying? Like it seemed to me like that's why I have that video called Gojo was overpowered done right. It's an old video I made like 2 or 3 years ago. I actually deleted one of my JJK videos. I wish I didn't because it became relevant now because I only deleted it because it didn't do numbers and I didn't want to fuck up my algorithm too much, but I should have left it there. I think it's on my other channel though. Because I talked about I saw the Megumi body snatching thing a mile away, coming a mile away. So yeah. Naya, during your Chinaman marathon, were you able to watch Storm Riders? I haven't because I'm not done Link Click yet. I'm on episode 6. I'm almost done, but that'll be right after because I'm gonna hang out with the same dude on the weekend. So I'm getting to it. I apologize. I thought I'd be done Link Click already, but I have to finish Fiona Staples. Fiona Staples? What the hell is going on with my brain? Oh, I'm thinking Fiona Staples, the cartoonist. My bad. Fiona and Cake. So I just had to finish that first. I had just finished season 2 of Close Enough because they're in English. If I'm playing a game, I don't have to stare at the screen so much. So it was a little easier for me to get through those at the time being. So just give me some time. I'm getting through stuff. I've been watching and playing shit and doing shit. So I think they misinterpreted Gojo. The dialogue was right. Was him saying even if people love him, they don't understand him. He said it felt forced. It is, and him not even caring about Megumi Yuji giving them his thought is out of character. I think it's a bit of both. His underlying actions can be motivated by his selfish desires by simultaneously doing good for people. That's an interesting take. I think they described the young Gojo or pre-Toji fight because remember he was giving Geto shit over his morals. Gege didn't handle the loneliness at the top with Gojo. That's what's kind of messy, but it's all right. Not a masterpiece that's like some make it. I thought it was a misinterpretation, but I could see why his actions would make people think that. And that's why they say you can appreciate a blooming flower, but you can never understand it. Or some shit like that. I can't remember the quote, but it was something along those lines, but yeah. Can you guys clarify something for me? Does Hikari have a regular curse technique? Or no? Everything he does has to do with his domain expansion. Because I saw him summon the doors to trap Yuji when they first met. But that's not his curse technique. It's just a like I'm not sure I understand that. Like it looks like he doesn't have one. Like he just fights you with speed, intelligence, and coarse, rough curse energy, and then he just domain spams. Can somebody clarify that for me? I'm not a JK I'm not a Jujutsu sorcery expert. If Gojo come back, would you think it would be mad or trash? I guess X is coming back to life a common thing that can happen in JJK, or was like Nyota and the Toji thing like outliers? Is my question. If it's a common thing that could happen, I guess execution is everything. I think it's better to keep him dead though. Mind you, this is coming from a guy who I like Gojo, but I'm not a Gojo stan. Like I didn't care if he lived or died, so I don't have any emotional or personal investment in it. But that's kind of my answer. It's cool. I thought you already watched it since you watched a lot that weekend. No, I didn't. I watched a lot and got through a lot, but we didn't get through that. We didn't get through that one. Speaking of Fiona and Cake, I finally finished Distant Lands just before the new series. Yo, the episode with Finn and Jake, man, with all the different underworlds, the dead worlds. Oh, that was crazy. Yeah, man, I love Adventure Time. Y'all know that. Posters right there. Come on, grab your friends. We go to very distant lands with nigga the human and nigga the dog. Nigga land. Him and Higuruma had tactics tied to their domains. Oh, okay, okay, that's what it is. Okay. Hakari, the main expansion is so broken and stupid. At no point to understand. I don't think it's stupid or broken. I mean, the rules of the actual whatever pachinko machine, slot machine thing he's doing, I don't care. But he's just gambling to get a 3-3-3, and then he gets infinite cursed energy for 4 minutes and 11 seconds. I don't think it's actually broken because you could beat him before we can do that. And Kashima was piecing him up when he wasn't in that mode, and he almost killed him like 3 times. That's why I was wondering, like, I'm like, my boy needs a curse technique so he doesn't have to fucking rely on jackpot. That's what I was saying. I say my boy, that isn't my boy, but just like my guy, like he needs some help. He needs some help. But I actually, he actually does have my favorite domain. I'm not gonna lie to you. Restless Gamble or Idle Death Gamble or whatever the fuck the actual version is actually my favorite domain. I like it a lot. My second favorite one is probably, I shouldn't even remember them all. I forgot what Kenjaku's own does, but I know he has the same shit as Sukuna, that it doesn't make a dome. It's like out in the open. Dismantle and Cleave do not move me. They're just fucking cutting attacks. I don't know. I forgot what Gojo's does. You like get too much information or some bullshit, and I forgot. But that one is cool, but it's not my favorite. I like that was my favorite one though. What stand in JoJo would be yours considering my personality? What is my personality? What am I? I'm stubborn, headstrong, I'm mentally resilient, I'm a bit of a lone wolf, I'm a dickhead sometimes, I'm athletic. You're asking me to pick one that already exists that I think matches the best with my personality and character. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. D4C. I have a pretty. I'd love to go to other like parallel worlds, something like that. I think I'd do a lot of good with that power. I don't think of other ones. A stand that I think I could use really well. I would use the. I think if I had the hand, I would go to. I'd go to work with the hand. Zahanda, but I want my own stand ability. Like I want my own stand. You know what I'm saying? Rage Against the Machine, Ludacris, so I don't know. Give it a music name, whatever. Okay, with Tupac. Like I need my own stand, bro. I need my own stand with own abilities. The rules are convoluted, but he'll still die if you blow his head up. And if you can't you piece him up while he's doing the rolls anyways, so you can kill him before he could even roll the jackpot. He should hit people with the train cards or something. What's my favorite power system? Hunter x Hunter. What did you just say to me? Did you just ask if Nen is my favorite power system? No, I hate Nen. No, Nen's fine. It's Allomancy. It's a Sanderson thing. It's Allomancy. Allomancy is my favorite. It's from a book. Won't duplicate power? Won't like duplicate powers don't move me that much. Well, that's fair. I like Boogie Woogie. I like Restless Gambler. I like the Soul Transmogrification, whatever the fuck. I forget what it's called. That Mojito does. I think those ones are cool. I actually don't remember most other people's abilities. If I'm being quite honest with you, I don't even. Yeah, yeah. Shooting blood is whatever. The frames per second, the Zenin clan is whatever. I like Heavenly Restriction, but I don't like Maki. I like Tojo. I don't like Maki at all. I think Maki's a fucking loser. So yeah. Oh, my favorite domain is Infinite Void of Sukuba's domain. That's fair. Would you like it if Toto comes back with Boogie Woogie but snaps his fingers? What, whatever it takes to bring, whatever it takes to bring me back. Snap your fingers. You'll stare. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Why does he kill everybody that we fucking like that is raw, bro? He kills all the rawest niggas. What is hit with him? This is like not Kishimoto, Horikoshi killing all. Why is he killing all the bad bitches? Stop. He like he went on a rampage. I think I don't know when of them died, but there was the Nagant, then it was Midnight, then it was Stars and Stripes. And it's like, can you kill somebody else and not the busty women, please? What's going on? So I feel it. But yeah, that's my answer. Anything to bring Toto back with Boogie Woogie, a domain expansion, and he has to up his physical capabilities because the people from the Culling game are much stronger than like what he was used to dealing with. And Yuji in some ways surpassed him by the time he fought Mahito. To the point where he said, "Are you gonna stay here, Toto, or are you going to evolve?" And then he hit his Black Flash and brought out 100% of his potential. But mind you, he came with full HP. Mahito's soul was at 40 and Yuji's was like 10 to 20, which means Toto's soul was at least at 100, and he was still kind of like like he was keeping up. He was helping. Don't get it twisted. Without him, Yuji would have died. But I'm not trying to downplay his role there, but he was already pretty much getting eclipsed in that moment, is what I'm saying. So he'd have to come back with a significant power up. A lot of the names are so dramatic. I agree with that. Togashi style domain. Rohan. Ooh, you're right. I would. You're totally right. I take back everything I said. The stand ability that actually goes against my fucking nasty personality the best would absolutely be Heaven's Door. And I would be absolute demon with it. I'm going to the bank, Heaven's Door, and go ahead and put that million in my bank account. Heavens? Yeah, Heaven's Door. You're totally right. Thank you for saying that, Ryan. Food. Yeah, you're totally right. How do you rank November raid amongst main Johto stands? Can I please see it in action a little bit more first? I don't even know the full ins and outs. I need to see a little bit more in action. I like that it's the first non-humanoid punching ghost stand that we have. I've liked what I've seen so far, but I don't know its ins and outs completely yet. We're like 9 chapters and I need more time. I need more time. So by default, right now, it's probably at the bottom, but the range is probably a little rawer than shooting nails. So maybe it's 8, but I need more time. I'll give you an answer soon though. Yeah, Elemancy. Yep, Elemancy is the goated. Rock and Ball. If you want an anime one, I'd probably go with like I like Dying Will Flames. Nen is not a bad system, by the way, just so you know. I don't even think the curse technique shit's a bad thing. I like Ryatsu is solid. Chakra is fine. Key is fine. I really like Dying Will Flames though. I like Stans and I like Hamon a lot. Those are some of my favorites. But yeah. What would my domain expansion be? I had a I'm just gonna tell you what happened in my dream. So the day that I caught up and I went to sleep, I had a Jujutsu Kaisen dream. So after Gojo died, I jumped to the fight instead of Kashimo, and my curse technique was the ability to rewind and like fast forward time. I can reverse, I could speed it up, slow it down, reverse it, or like kind of jump to the future. My domain expansion was a shellless whatever. It summoned like Big Ben, and time would just stop for 16 seconds. That was my ability. This was before I knew we could cut through time and space. So I'm just gonna say it's the world. Big Ben, clockwork, whatever you want to call it. I'm stopping time, bitch. That's my ability. He trying to make people like Yuji by leaving him be the only one left. Hmm. The rabbit girl and Imitate is alive. I wasn't talking about her, but I forgot she got pieced up too though. What would total domain even be? I need it. My stand would be star platinum, just time skip punch so fast to no death. 100 IQ thick and stand punch stop time. Mojito was the best. Yep. Bruh, that's more broken than Sukuno's. You just stay in the real world. Man said, fine, I'll do it myself after Kojo died. I was putting in work too. I didn't end up beating him though. It was Yuji that beat him. But I weakened him enough that Yuji came and started piecing him up. I like Kakuin stand. Emerald Splash! That was nice. That's pretty cool. Emerald Splash. But yeah, there was a drawback to what I did. Oh, if I fast forward in time, I age with it. That was one of the drawbacks. So if I try to skip through time forward, I age relative to how much I skip. So if I skip a year four for some reason, I will age by a year. And even if I go back, that's not undone. So that was one of the drawbacks. There was a couple of cons. I don't remember the dream vividly, honestly. Um for recall and rewind, the only thing I can do is reverse the path that something came on. So if you send a slash at me, I could just reverse its path. I couldn't like change its trajectory or anything of the sort. And then almost like limitless around me, I used to cast like a small barrier that when you got near me, you'd slow down. So yeah. Gege Bait introduced Naya and JJK. The good guys need a W. I was if you want any extra information, for some reason I was a scientist and a chemist, and I would throw like vials, tubes. What's the scientific term for the fucking bottles we use? I'd throw them with cursed energy in it and cause like cursed acid and melt people's skin and all kind of weird shit. I don't know why I was a mad scientist. I must have been thinking of like Mayuri Kurosuchi or something, but yeah, I was on that gimmick. Less broken version of Goto's curse technique I respect it. Yeah, I didn't like you still hit me, and it was relative to your speed. So if you're coming really fast, it could still hit me that quickly. It would just slow down for a second. So it just gave me an opportunity to whatever. So that's what it was. I remember that. I remember the time I dreamt I learned how to fly from Gohan. Like I'll never forget the time when Luffy went gear fourth and Luffy woke me up in my dream at like 4 a.m. to go on manga stream. Like, don't you want to see my new form? And I was literally like, I do, Luffy, I do. And I like woke up and I started reading the chapter. Oh my god, that was unserious. So I read the chapter after that. The nigga woke me up to see year four Bound Man. Oh, Naya, what will we all hope? Oh, Hikaru would be. Well, was it? Well, actually, the domain. Wait, I keep forgetting that the chapter is not officially out on TCB scan, so I won't talk about 238. My bad, but yeah, that's a good limit on the technique. Man is a writer, even in his subconscious. I've also had this about me and other like I don't know what it is. A lot of times, if I'm thinking about a certain anime, I'd like have a dream about me being in it. When I was in Naruto way back in the day, I was a Hyuga clan member that defected and I was a extremely high level, one of the best taijutsu users, but I also fought with conventional ninjutsu. I didn't just use Hyuga Clan techniques, so I might like throw a fireball at you and hit you with a little beep, beep, beep. Bleach recently when I had the dream where I ended up fighting Kenpachi, my ability was polarity and magnetism. So I was a full bringer. So my ability of polarity was always active. I could always control metallic objects and whatnot. But yeah, my ability was magnetism, and I even fought Byakuya blade for blade when he used his Senkai whatever Senbon Zakuda. I stole the equal amount of blades from all other Soul Society people and matched him sword for sword. My Bankai put me in like a this kind of like tight metallic suit. This is so detailed. I remember this one vividly. Um, where it was almost like I almost want to say like a vibranium type suit, where like it was like metallic fiber wiring and stuff with a small electromagnetic barrier around me to divert stuff away from me. And whatever, and my sword turned into mercury, liquid metal that is poisonous. Think of like Avatar, Legend of Korra, what Zahir did to her. And that was the main reason why I beat Kenpachi because of the mercury poisoning, not because he actually almost cut my entire half off right after I went into Bankai because he went to his Bankai, and he almost lobbed my hand off, but my stu like stitched myself together a little bit. I don't know why I remember that one so vividly, but that was a fun dream. I was piecing up niggas. Pieced up Byakuya, pieced up Kenpachi, pieced up Ichigo, pieced up who else did I fight? Mayuri, I pieced up Urahara, I pieced up Aizen, pieced up so many people. Because I could sense things around me with my electromagnetic sense, kind of like Magneto, so I didn't have to see the fight. So I never had to look at Kyoka Suigetsu, and I already knew about it beforehand. So yeah. Anyways, enough of my fucking weird dreams. This man wet dreaming about Bunchman. Nah, don't worry with the spoilers. It's on TCB now. Oh, there you go. Did he pack me up? Um, the person that I didn't beat was Yamamoto. I ended up running away. He was giving me work, boy. It was hot as shit. I said, "Fuck this heat." He started summoning dead people. Like, what's going on? I don't want these problems. I ended up because running away from that one. Shit is out now. All right, let's read it properly. Fuck it. Did I beat your watch? I didn't fight your watch in my dream. The only third ridders that I fought was Asnot. I call him Asnot, but obviously Asnot. I fought him. The guy who has the balance. I think he's Hugum, the guy who was like your watch's number two before Uryu came. I fought him. I fought Gremmy, and I fought. There's one more that I fought. The Iron. The Iron. I fought him. So yeah. Fan ideas and themed D&D games are fun. They scratch an itch oftentimes when they don't. Cool concept they can fully flesh out. I feel it. What ability do you think hasn't been explored well? One I think was the guy with the inverse curse technique in Shibuya. This pertains to any series. Who you talking about? Is the guy who had the hand sword that died because Megumi used Magahara. Fuck, I don't remember how it's spelled. Maga. Fuck, you know what I'm talking about. The adapting thing with the wheel. Ability. Well, we spoke about two today. The Bomu Bomu no Mi from One Piece that Mister Five had, and fuck, what was the other one? We totally talked about that one. That was another one. Another technique that I've always thought was a little underwhelmed. Kid. I think he could done better with Kid and magnetism. Let me not stick to One Piece though. I'm trying to think of a series where I was very disappointed by somebody's power set. It's the old guy Megami pieced up. Was he the guy who could like make weaker attacks stronger and stronger attacks weaker or something like that? Was it that guy? Yeah, that probably could have been used a little better if we're talking about the same person. There's characters that I think were maybe underutilized and didn't live up to potential, but I don't know if I always tie it to their ability. Like I really think Akira Amano did Ryohei dirty, even though I think you could argue he did have the best one-on-one fight with Aoba in the Shimon arc, Shimon family inheritance arc. No, I think he went to work with Roku Mokura. I don't have any problem with that. Hmm. Let me look at my list. Maybe if I look at my list, I'll see a series that might remind me of something. See, Okubo did fire abilities really well. I was very proud of him with that one. Let me think. They got no powers here, no powers here, no powers here. This is a tennis manga. Do I think there's any power ability in Maggie that was underutilized? I don't even remember Maggie well enough to figure one out. Here's what I'm gonna do for you because I like the question. I'm gonna actually screenshot it and I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about it. I think that's cool. What type of hockey would suit me best? Definitely observation, because I'm pretty calm and cool. I'm pretty calm and collected even under pressure. I think I'd be a mantra merchant. I actually think I'd be the worst probably with armament. I even think if I had conquerors would be better because I do have a lot of willpower. But armament, I don't know what the like armament really. What does that mean? Are you like aggressive? I don't know. So devil fruit, Wada Wada no Mi, or Niku Niku no Mi. Um, there's one of four. Pika Pika, Goro Goro, Niku Niku, or Wada Wada no Mi. In terms of my personality and being sly and underhanded, I think the Wada Wada no Mi works. I like the idea of being able to push out people's memories and intangible things like that, like pain and exhaustion, especially if I can use it on myself. But living lightning or living light would be awesome. Be awesome. But yeah, I think about it. You can personalize. Okay, let me read it now. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna change. Actually, fuck it. Let's just read it. Analyzing Sukuna's true form with X-rays, Kashimo, seems Kashimo, came to a single conclusion: utterly immaculate. Kashimo versus Ryumeng Sukuna facing off in their true forms. Gege Akutami. Even while making hand signs, two hands are free, able to chant incantations with no strain on his heart or lungs. He's so ugly. As a sorcerer, there is no greater advantage to having twice the number of arms and mouths. Although Sukuna body takes on this plastic form, not a single one of its bodily functions are hindered. It was in this form, wielding the pair of cursed tools, Kamutoke and Hiten, that Sukuna annihilated the elite celestial squad and 5 void generals under the Fujiwara Hake branch. I don't know what any of this means. And repelled I know the Abe clan. That sounds familiar. The Abe clan's Deshichin, I don't know, something squad, including Angel and remnants of the Sugawara clan. I can't believe it. How can it be so beautiful? Gay. He puts the thing in his mouth. He starts piecing up Kamisho. He just punched him. He piecing him up. 4 hands, Goro style, nigga. Oh my god. He goes, grah. What ya? He shoots a blast. Scale of the dragon. Recoil. Look out. Twin meteors. Dismantle. Oh, that shit looks monstrous. Is this how his dismantle looks now? Or does his dismantle look like that because was that an incantation? So he made it stronger? Is that why it looks like that? Looks like it sliced Kashimo a little bit. This is what ended Gojo Satoru's life. So that's the slash that killed a slash that bisects the world itself. So this is the space cutter. There was this fool who preached to me about love. According to her, I know nothing about it because I lived peerless in a world of my own. I understand what she meant, but it's still quite annoying to hear someone prattle about what you don't know. It looks like she chose the wrong person to preach about. You and Gojo would have been much better company for her. You know the answer you seek, you just can't comprehend it, right? What are you trying to say? You were strong. He uses the lightning against it, but did lightning not hurt Kashimo? That was pointless. He comes behind him. He is holding him, I think. Oh my god, and piecing him up with the other two. He's beating him to death. Oh my god. Not him. Not Himothy. Not him. He's flying back. He puts his arm out. Oh! He made like a quadrant bird cage like from like squared like this mantle is coming at him. He's dead. He's over. Oh yeah, he's in that dead world. I think he's doing the Gojo thing. But interesting that he's an old man here. Actually, he looks like he's more actually he looks a little different from the old man that we saw here. He's in this form, so I think he's dead. I'm sure many warriors have given heart and soul challenging you. They weren't doing so to curse you. They simply want to recognize to validate who they thought themselves to be. You met their response and slaughtered them. You asked earlier how I can possibly connect with and love those beneath me. Well, if that isn't love, I don't know what is. We are loved because we are strong. We simply respond to that love in kind. And yet you lament solitude all the more, which makes you greedy. You're saying this is enough for you? Then why mince your souls into cursed objects and watch all these years go by? Let me assure you, love is worthless. That's a bar. The thought of needing someone else to fulfill me never crossed my mind. If I want to eat, I eat. If I see an eyesore, I kill it. If it entertains me, I throw it a bone. If I live according to my own stature that can't be measured or understood, that's not my problem. Sounds like you had your fill. Surprisingly, the flavors of humans are diverse as they are fleeting. The perfect thing to slurp up to pass time until I die. The domain, I saw this panel. The domain broke here, which Urarame and Thing are. She looks kind of pissed, and her Hakari's smiling. So I don't know if it broke or it got released because he actually got a jackpot. And there you are. Just what do you think you'll be able to do, Brad? And Yuji's arm looks like it's cursed. Like it looks like a Sukuna arm or something. And he came out with the Ace Attorney. Higuruma? That his name? Higuruma? The lawyer guy. So that's what happened. I saw a lot of these panels on the TL though, and I read a hood scans version, but it didn't have it missed 2 pages. I didn't see that panel with the thing. Are meatheads armament or conquerors? I think for conquerors it's more about immense willpower and wanting to dominate your will over other people. Something that I could absolutely agree with. Armament, I don't know. KKB meat running Shikuna G's. I don't know. I just took look at this form. We could break it down in text. I think it's the incantation. This man is broken. Waffle iron dismantle. Yeah. That's the king of curses though. So what do you guys think Yuji Higuruma could really do? What could Yuji do? Because I kind of agree with Sukuna at this point. What could you do, Brad? But there's a lot of things upon my reread and rewatch, I guess, that I didn't realize about Yuji. Like Ken Kenjaku being his fucking mom, the cursed womb paintings and why Chozo calls him brother and shit like that. First of all, if you're able to take back shots in a cream pie, for your ambitions, you are fucking different and unhinged. Okay? Kenjaku is different. Cause I don't care how much I want somebody, I'm not taking back shots in a cream pie for it. That's unhinged. He's a new breed of mastermind. That's some Griffith shit. I am not getting fucked for bread, bro. What the fuck is going on? So there was that with Yuji. Then Sukuna made some comments about Yuji looking like somebody from the past, especially his mouth, but then saying that damn Kenjaku, you sure are a twisted bastard. This brat is from back then. So I think there's more than Yuji that meets the eye than just being some random teenager that, for whatever reason, was the one in a million chance that could suppress Sukuna. I think Kenjaku might be lying about the plans that he has for him, but I don't know. And it looks like he can swap bodies too. I didn't notice that when I was skimming, but when I read it, I noticed. How can Sukuna talk to dead people when they're dead just like Gojo? I don't fucking know, man. Hey, yo. I like Sukuna so much because when he's on screen, nobody's having a good time but him. As full no me, Kenjaku was down for the cause. That's that's too much dedication to the cause. You have to have less dedication. That's too much. I think at that point you have too much. Like, bro, you couldn't be the one. You couldn't be the one that. Well, she had that anti gravity curse technique though. That's still crazy to me. This is just no fucking way. He took Isaac's gimmick to the next level. Sukuna's attack won't hurt Yuji that much because he was the vessel for Sukuna, and Sukuna said that Yuji will learn Sukuna's technique. And I heard that he's more like a cursed item that can ingest any cursed item more than he is like a spirit or a human or a sorcerer now. And when Gojo was hit with his own reverse, was his whatever that move he did where he impromptu made red and blue explode, he took less damage because of his own technique. So I can see that. But like, what are they gonna do though? Like, they don't have the power, the speed. I don't think Cleave and Dismantle is gonna work against him. I guess Higuruma is gonna be the thing. Do you think we're gonna get flashbacks to the Heian era if Sukuna gets put on trial for his times? And maybe the Equalizer is taking away his cursed technique, so he has to be only physical, but he still seems to be the strongest and fastest person here. So I don't know. I don't think that was it a hollow purple? Is that what hollow purple just is? He just combines both. But you know what I mean. When he did that impromptu when they merged together, like in the outside without him controlling it. Here's the thing though. Do we know that Kenjaku was originally a male? Perhaps we think so, because we're used to seeing him as a man. You know what? That's a good point. But I could have sworn there was a statement that stated that he was male originally though. Maybe I made that up. But my agenda's way funnier than yours. You took the fun out of it, nigga. Fuck that. He taking back shots and cream pies for his goals. That's crazy. And at this point, if you spent more time as a man as a woman, you a nigga. That's crazy. Nah, you tried to fuck up the fun. Fuck that. You taking back shots. You know, Kenjaku was in character throwing it back too. Facts. Yeah, it was a male. If he's a curse, then it doesn't matter. I don't know. Fuck it. This shit funnier to me this way. I'm gonna just keep saying that nigga took cream pies, back shots, and had to look in Itadori's dad's eyes for his goals to become completed. And I do not have any dedication for anything in my life. No, thank you. Will Higuram Ticket even work? Sakuna's domain is more powerful. Oh, I don't know how that works. I forget how domain. I forgot how his shit worked because he doesn't have a shell, outer shell, I guess. So yeah, I going to come back and use Hollow Pink. Someone did. I don't know if this works because I don't know if I don't know if the six eyes works kind of like a. Actually, no, that's not how that works in Naruto. It's the curse mark that immediately seals the eyes away. But if Gojo came back to life, would he still have the six eyes? And if Kenjaku took his body, would he be able to inherit that? Or does that get passed on once someone dies on some avatar type beat? Actually, no, that wouldn't make sense because they said Gojo was the first one born with the six eyes and limitless in 100 years, so it's pretty rare. Never mind. Yuta and Maki didn't pull up. They might be after Kenjaku. Okay, that makes sense. Yuta said he was gonna kill Kenjaku anyways, so and it would be kind of a poetic justice because Kenjaku doesn't see him as the next Gojo. Like I don't see it, and maybe getting put to work by him will make him see it. Man, Kenjaku get his back blown out is such a wild plot point. It really is. It absolutely is, bro. Could could not be my man's. The moment I know you did that, it's like I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Uh, no, Gojo was the first one to have both six eyes and limitless. Did I misread that? I thought there was someone else in this clan that had that earlier. Um, Gojo Satoru. Oh, you're right. So I misinterpreted something. So the other people from his clan were either a six eyes user or a limitless user who just trained themselves into competency. He's the first person in one body to have both the limitless and six eyes. No, it says no, it says 400 years here. It says 400 years. Now, obviously, this is a wiki, so take this with a grain of salt, but this is what it says. Doesn't mean this is right, but it says Satoru Gojo is a part of the Gojo family, the first person to inherit both the limitless and six eyes in 400 years. So it's just exceedingly rare, but it happens. Yeah, yeah, I thought I read that right because then they made a comment about him hard carrying the Gojo clan or whatever Satoru clan. So yeah, Do you respect them more or less if it's your man's? Depends on, I guess it depends on the cause, the big picture takeaway. But I'd definitely be looking at you funny all the time, like, get away from me, old taking dick ass nigga. That shit is so hilarious to me. Isn't Sukuna the way so strong? Would I approve of Kurojiwa killing him? One other, how did I think he fought in the previous Ten Shadows user? See, I remember that. Gojo was talking to Megumi about that, saying that they ended up killing each other because they were fucking stupid. And I remember him talking to Yuta about them sharing the same ancestor, and that guy was supposed to be OD as well. And I remember them saying Kenjaku on two occasions lost to somebody with the six eyes and limitless technique. That's why I'm like, it's rare. So it's not whatever. So yeah. Um, wait, was that Yuji's mom's curse technique? I must have forgot she had one. Yeah, she had some type of anti-gravity something something. This is what Kenjaku used to stop Yuki's black hole from consuming him and killing him. Did you see Yuji hand? It looks like Sukuna. Yes, I commented on it. I said that. I said it's demonic. I almost wonder if he ate the last finger that Sukuna ate. Sukuna made up that worth of power by eating some shit, but I was wondering if he actually ate the last finger somehow, or maybe because he soaked up. Sukuna's soul was inside him for so long, he soaked up some things that just allowed him to do it. I don't know. He said gravity scope. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Because she had the Bambaye, and she had like the power of mass. Massive Yiddy. Kenjaku killed a baby with six eyes, and another one appeared immediately. Yes, I remember that. That's why he changed his plan to sealing it. It's almost like, I know you can stop the avatar reincarnation cycle if you kill the avatar while they're in the avatar state. And obviously with Rava getting pulled, that was a different thing. But it would be like if you seal the avatar in like a time prison, so another one would never get born, because as soon as the avatar dies, the one is immediately born in the next nation in the cycle, one after another. I think if you try to interfere with fate that way, fate fights back. That's why another six eye was born when Kenjaku did it. That's what I believe. I don't know though. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot all about that fight. I wasn't moved by it. I actually read it for the first time when I caught up, so that's the only reason why I remember it. Because when Gojo and Sukuna started fighting each other about 6 chapters in, I just skipped to that. The last thing that I had seen clearly and remembered clearly was, I honestly wanted to say it was Kashimo versus Hikari. I know Yuta was doing three domain expand, Granite Blast, whatever, but I wasn't really reading that shit. I won't lie to you. I wasn't reading. Aang stealing himself pretty much did that. Actually, great point. Him being in the ice for 100 years would not allow another avatar to be born. It's a great point. So yeah, it might work similarly. So, and then the star plasma vessel and blah 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 and this and that and blah blah blah. I don't know. So yeah, yeah. We'll see how these two deliver. I do think Yuji is due for like a power up in a good moment. And I want him to be the one to pack Sukuna, because Sukuna does not respect or rate him. So I think that's kind of poetic justice. So if Maki and them went to go deal with whatever, I'm fine with that. How do you guys see Hakari versus Urame going? Uraume, I think her name is the ice bitch. She packing him. He packing her. I don't know how strong she is, because aside of bullying some weak Jujutsu sorcerers and then a weakened Yuji, every time I saw her, I swear she got packed up by someone or something. And she even still got poisoned by Chozo. And then Gojo's like, "Who the fuck are you? You're not nice. Shut the fuck up. You don't see me talking to the king of spirit, the king of curses, nigga." You think JJK can have a dark ending, like where everyone dies? There's a part of me that thinks that Gege wants Yuji to experience more hardship and negative emotions to bring out the like more cursed energy or something like that. But I don't think he'll go that dark. I think the majority of the characters that are alive here will probably see the end. But I don't know if you're one of those people who think Nobara is dead or not. I don't know what to think. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I don't rate Yuji, so I'm with Sukuna. I feel like his luck will fail him eventually. I don't really like Yuji like that myself, so I kind of feel you. Yuji's just there. I don't really. I'm kind of indifferent. I always say Nobara, she was my favorite of the trio. Megumi, I never liked. And again, do you think Megumi is dead because his thing fully reincarnated his Heian body? Some people think he's dead now. I don't know. I think some of these things you have to decide for yourself or just wait and see. Good good guys been losing since Shibuya. They desperately need a win. Yeah. Uh, one thing that I found interesting. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Then I have to edit some stuff. I just lied. I'm so used to having to edit. I'm gonna go eat and then play the game. Because I did another stream on Green Twitch earlier today with Vince. Go check it out if you didn't see it. YPTV, but I'll post it soon. They said that Noyoya was going at Mach 3, so only 3 times faster than the speed of sound. That doesn't seem right to me. Based on how it was looking to me, if she was able to outspeed like Awakened Maki before her second awakening with the sumo guy, that just seems too slow to me. Was that weird? Was that weird to anybody else? Or did we just overestimate how fast the characters in JJK are? Because I thought they were at least relatively above hypersonics and whatnot, but they're only like a little bit over the speed of sound. I don't know if that moves me. Nobara equals a Newport. That's crazy. What's up, Nara? What's poppin', G? No, you're a bum. Not gonna lie, man's power is lag switching. As a gamer, I can't respect it. That lagging ass nigga, he a lag bender for real. He lag bending. Oh, what do you think of the chapter? What do you think of the chapter? Because you on that Gojo, that Gojo got packed up, whatever. I just read it. I just read it on stream. So I saw Kami show Kami. Why do I keep remembering Lightning nigga? Not be him. Not Himothy. Not Himothy. Not him. Kashimo. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? I mean, Megami would probably be happier if he stayed dead because all of his loved ones. Oh yeah, I forgot Gojo packed up Yorozu, who was in his sister's body. Gojo will be back. I have faith in him. I don't think Gojo should come back. I think that'd be kind of lame, all things considered. Now I'm thinking about it, that's kind of lame. Plus, he's not strong enough to beat Sukuna, anyways. And he never even fought full powered Sukuna. He fought Megumi suppressed Sukuna, which is tragic. The only thing that I very much I personally disagree with this. I do. That's just me. I know what was said, and you don't have to agree with me. I do think he needed Magarara, whatever, to beat Gojo. Or at least get a dismantling cleave that's beyond space. I do think if he went in his Heian and got this fucking Trident and the Vardra, the fuck was it called, the Kami Koke, he would have been fine. But I do think Magahara analyzing him was a big part of his plan. I don't fault him for that. I don't think that makes him a fraud, personally. You use the powers and abilities and techniques to your disposal. The reason he wanted Megumi's body was for a reason. So to me, it's fine. But I do think that he needed it though. That's just me. Definitely we're with Hikari dodging lightning and Sukuna dodging electromagnetic waves. Exactly. Well, Hikari kind of yeah. Giga's like, oh wait, you won't like Gojo coming back? Time to write that in the story. Sukuna started himself. Magahara was the blueprint to cut space. Yeah. Thank you. I don't care what Giga says. Sukuna didn't have an answer for the infinity. That's what it seemed like to me. And now because of that, he was able to evolve his dismantling cleave to something that could bisect the world. Very impressive. I think that's all impressive stuff. Like, he's absolutely at the height of Jujutsu sorcery, I guess, because he could just the black box open, all that shit. He probably has multiple abilities at his disposal. So, but anywho, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. One Piece was cool. I need more Kizaru. I need more Light Show. Not enough Kizaru. Too much girls say fuck that spider ass nigga. And Kashima was not him. He was not him. Hikari should have killed him. Hikari should have just packed that burger up. That curse technique, because he's a domain expansion, you stink. As long as that 4 technique Sharingan guy is done for, I'm happy. Listen, like you guys know, everyone I care about is already dead. Do I have Toto? Toto can't boogie woogie no more. Is Nanami here? My 7-3 sorcerer? My heavenly restricted King Toji? Yuki with that fine booty? I've been dead inside. You can't hurt me anymore. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Gege build up character set up for failure. Yep. So for all the Gojo fans that are crying, cry some more. Cry some more. Now you in the same boat as me. But all right, y'all be safe. I'm gonna go get something to eat now. I'll be streaming for 4 hours, actually 5 hours in total if you count the green Twitch stream. So y'all be safe. I need a Gojo Crash to cry more. It feeds me. Hey, torture them some more and sip on their tears.